Well, it's a very warm welcome in this lovely, relaxed atmosphere of the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. So if I just come up here and just turn around this camera, notice there are two helicopters there. I'll be introducing that second person to you in just a moment. I am just going to shoot up into the sky here and look out to the Bay of Plenty. How gorgeous is that out there on the horizon? That looks lovely. And two helicopters nestled in this custom scenery designed especially for us by the person I am speaking with, the legendary, excellent, famous Kaimanawa Si. How are you going, Simon? Was that an sufficiently over the top introduction for you? Hang on, is he talking about me? You have designed this. This is your new Urewera and Raukumara Ranges huts pack, of which there are 71 huts, and this lovely base that you built for us to explore those huts from, which is Bay of Plenty helicopters, and you've even designed that onto the side of the little hangar there. How cute. How are you feeling about the look of this place? Well, I should hope so. There's a big stack of timber out the back of the place, so it's obviously still under construction, is what that tells me. Yeah, yeah. It looks beautiful too. What are the crops over there? The orchard.
Quite a big kiwi fruit growing part of the Bay of Plenty, so there'll be kiwi fruit all around this area.
Nice. So, like a real stream professional, I actually managed to not have your volume on. So thank you, Tom Quester, for bringing that to my attention. Sorry, Simon. Say hello again.
Hi, Matthew.
So, look, he's there, he is there. I'm just being a bit incompetent today. So, I also managed to, I seem to have two competing streams going on YouTube. So, I think it looks like it's starting to figure itself out now. So, anyway, I started multi-streaming recently, and so I'm still getting my head around it all. And if you click the wrong button in one place managed to stuff everything else up as well. So I'm going to zoom out here on my little tablet, and hopefully that's going to be visible to people. I'll just make sure that it is. Yeah, it's up there in the, that's good enough, I think. So we are in the North Island of New Zealand. We're not actually doing this as a proper Let's Fly group flight today. So we're just doing it as just two of us initially, but we've got a few people sort of following along, a bit of a ghost flight, as it were. In fact, it looks like there's quite a few of them all set up in the Discord group channel there. So welcome on, people. They're just going to sort of be doing their own thing, but kind of flying along or following along with us. The location is only visible to you if you have purchased the pack, and I'm just going to paste that into the chat now. So let's hope that is one of the things that I have not managed to avoid from working, and given that it's not pasted yet, that does suggest that maybe that is not working after all. Great. Good work, Matthew. Good work. So this is the Urewera and Raukumara Ranges pack of huts from Kaimanawa Si, trading as Tussock Game Creations. And what we have here is, when you buy that pack, you've got this special base that he's put in here for us that he was just describing, that is built from satellite imagery, and with a bit of Kiwi know-how, has managed to sort of put it all in place here. So if you own the pack, we're starting at NZUBOP. It's right on the screen there, and so that will be our base of operations. So let's just see if any of this other stuff over here is working. All right, so that has just not pasted in at all. I'll investigate that. There's probably just hopefully one thing wrong there. All right, so where are we going to fly, Si?
I'm thinking we'll head sort of south from here, so probably NZUWKH will be the first hut we go to, and then we'll just follow our nose and go through, I don't know, half a dozen or more, and maybe just end up somewhere to land for the end of the flight or something.
Excellent stuff. So I've just found a NZUKPH. Is that what you said?
Yep, I was thinking NZUWKH, which is to the right of that, but we could go either or and follow our nose from there.
No, we'll do the one that you said, but I'm just going to have to get you to read that.
I was going to go to the one you mentioned second.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So just give me the code one more time. I'm ready to type it this time. NZUWKH. Whiskey Kilo Hotel. There we go. Wharekahika. So
that's one.
Okay. So interestingly, I see that if I type that in there, how do I add that as a direct to if I'm in here? Because it comes up as a search result, but it doesn't do it on the map. I didn't expect that to happen. So can I add it to a route? I need to be able to find it on the map is the only way I can do it. So you said it was a bit to the right. NZUWKH.
Oh, sorry, no, it's just to the left. It's to the left, sorry. If you're looking at it from our direction, it's to the left.
Other right. The other right.
Yeah, it depends which way you're looking at the map.
NZUWKH. Oh, dear, I'm doing really badly today. NZ... Got to say, it's a little bit disappointing that the EFB... Oh, that's way over there. It's way over there. Direct to... Oh, my God. There we go. 17 nautical miles, 188 degrees to the south, right? Just south of Ibuli. Excellent. So, NZUWKH, if anyone's got the pack, they can follow along and do it themselves. And so, why did you... As I get my machine started up over here, Si, why did you choose that one?
I was just thinking because if we go there, there's quite a lot in that vicinity, so we can go to that. Then we can go out to the, I guess it'd be the northwest, to NZUWPKH. And the only reason they got these long designations is because when you do a lot of huts, you try to keep, they have to be all unique, otherwise the sim won't accept it. And to try and keep each pack unique, so that's sort of in the same order. This one is obviously the Ureweras, so it's NZU for Ureweras, and then the letters after that I try to somehow match it in with the name of the hut. So not always it works because obviously there's a lot of W's in that this particular pack, so have to do more letters.
Well, you've done. Well, it makes a lot of sense, and I can see. You've got 6 letters there, so you're not almost certainly not going to double up with someone else anytime soon. So that keeps you out of trouble there. So yeah, there's our Urewera and Raukumara Ranges, quite a rugged part of the northeast of the North Island. Hello, Zaki, nice to see you there as well on chat. And so you can see that we're not in the volcanic part of the central North Island, which kind of goes up here to Rotorua as well. We're a little bit east of that. This is all sort of tectonically folded, quite rough country. And it looks, Si, that you've got us going into, you have got us going into what looks like a bit of a south-facing valley there at NZUWKH, so that's going to be an interesting challenge because we've got a little southerly wind blowing, which suggests, it's pretty weak, it's only about 5 knots, suggests that we might need to be going in there with a bit of a tailwind. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We won't know really the conditions until you get in there and sort of have a feel of what it's doing.
Just like proper mountain flying. That's excellent. All right, I'm just getting my machine started here, my trusty 500 clip. All right, there we go. We have not had a hot start. It's wobbling a little bit on the dolly. Did you, I assume, Si, that you've probably built your own custom kind of dolly assets over time and you just deploy them as you need to when you new sceneries, each new scenery?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
How many huts do you reckon you've now modeled? Because this is now your 6th pack. Your 6th pack, and you've got 70 in this one. Does that mean you've done 420 huts?
It'd be yeah, it would be getting well up there, like something like that. I haven't actually gone back and counted.
Oh, that is nuts. How do you keep track of that?
Some areas are worth, some areas are more than others too. I've already started putting down a base plan for the next area, which is Nelson Lakes in the South Island, and I kind of picked out an area on the map I thought would be a good area to do, and once I started going in on the topo and looking at the huts, I'm already up to 90, and I haven't even got 3/4 of the way through the area yet.
Oh my God, you are incredible. So I'll just zoom in a bit so that we can see. So that's just this pack. So all those pads in there is just this pack. So we get a bit further south, and then we get into the Kaimanawa and Kaweka Ranges. So that's down here from our lovely home away from home at Seco Helicopters. And then he just keeps going. We've got we get down here to the Tararuas down here at the bottom of the North Island. Look at that. I just can't get over how many. It's just extraordinary. Is there anything internationally that's the equivalent of this that you know of?
Not that I know of. Like, I mean, there's plenty of places that do. I mean, I think probably the only closest, I guess, but it's more lots of developers doing stuff. I've seen on Flight Sim TO, and that is in Switzerland. There's a lot. They have a lot of huts in the mountain regions there too. You know, so a bit like us, I guess, but they're quite a different sort of hut. They're a lot bigger, more like lodges, I suppose.
Yeah. No, they're pretty basic in New Zealand, aren't they? But that's sort of part of the charm of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, let me just...
Well, a lot of ours stem from back in the deer culling days where they had basic shelters. So you'll look at a lot of them, they're very similar design.
Right. Oh, that's handy for the scenery designer.
It is, and it's always cool to have something unique. So, I mean, they've obviously been upgraded in that over the years. Some have verandas on some sides now, some don't. But this one's quite a unique one in the fact that it's sort of like, it's a bit sad because in 2022, the locals who took back control of the national park here went and burnt 30 of them.
Oh.
So they now no longer exist. So
yeah, all right.
It's just one of those things. It's good to have that's why I thought it would be kind of cool to have an
historical record.
A historical record of what was there that's now not there.
Interesting. All right. So a couple of comments there. So, in Britain, hi from Coffs Harbour, ex-Tauranga. Well, we're kind of in your neighbourhood, extended neighbourhood anyway, Bay of Plenty at least anyway. Zaki loves the quad. Yeah, absolutely. It is a lot of pads, Zaki, but we've only got 2 at our lovely Bay of Plenty helicopter base here. And in case you didn't notice there, a couple of wouldn't be a New Zealand scene if there weren't a couple of dogs lying around. Looks like we've got a golden retriever and a Doberman over there. So good work over that on that one, Simon. McD, greetings from Ireland. Thanks for creating these huts, Simon, and scenery packages. Had the best time flying into all the huts on your 6 packs. Oh my God, a mega fan. Was a bit worried when you went offline. Oh well, wouldn't we all be? I'm glad you're here with us today, Si.
Yeah, I sort of went offline because obviously the 24 sort of changed so much stuff, and it got a bit disconcerting to do updates every time they did a new sim update. And also my website wasn't really the way forward because of just how the updates were handled. So it's much better at my end now, way less workload doing it through SimMarket.
Excellent stuff. Oh, I'm glad for that. I'm glad you found the next outlet to sort of to carry, the amazing weight of the 400 plus pads in your 6 packs. So I'm glad you found a new outlet that's suiting you well. I'm just a little bit annoyed that my excellent idea of, I know what it might be. This is the typical life of a streamer, is that you're trying to find out why that one thing doesn't work. So button ID, any connection, action, aha, found it. All right, now that'll work. Ha 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 ha. No, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. So there, people, are the all the facts about the packs. All right, so 6 of them online on SimMarket. This is not a sponsored stream. I was really keen to get Simon online and do something like this because I felt that this what he's done is such an incredible achievement with those hundreds of pads across these different add-on packs that I just wanted to celebrate it and just do the stream. Simon's very kindly pitched in some giveaways for the Let's Fly audience, and all you need to do is sign up to that newsletter. You can see it in the chat window right now. You just click on that and put in your email address. I will email you maybe once every week or fortnight with a bit of an adaptation of some of the news that I've done on the channel, so it won't be too annoying for you in your inbox there, and it's a way for me to keep in touch with people despite the vagaries of the YouTube and everything else algorithm. So it'd be nice to have you join in the newsletter there as well. And if you do, you've got just 2 days left, because I did it as part of my mountain flying tutorials. Zachy, you're already signed up, no worries, you are already in the draw, Zachy, to win. What will happen is that I will assign random numbers to everyone on the list, and the 4 highest random numbers, I will get those email addresses, I will contact you, and we'll work out how you can select the one pack of your choice to add to your SimMarket account, and Simon and I will get that on your way to you. So that's how all of that works. Oh, I'm glad I got my button working there, Simon, that's the main thing. Excellent stuff. So you're already up in the air, aren't you? You're waiting for me to get moving here. So we've got a very gentle southerly. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, here
Looks
we go.
a bit like it. Yep.
All right. Left pedal is in, and aft cyclic is in, and I'm pulling collective, and we're going to say goodbye to the dog and go a little bit backwards here just to clear the quad bike, and hopefully not collide with Simon, who's very politely put himself back down on the pad there. So, Simon, I'm just going to follow you out. I mean, I know I made all that fuss of trying to get it onto my tablet and made a bit of a mess of it, but oh, this is great. For once, I don't have to navigate. I have turned off the... oh, you're going to make it sporty-like. You got a little trench run down here, Simon.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's a good way to you can get lower terrain, so you can get through ETL and fly away.
Nice.
Then turn back to the south.
Nice. Excellent stuff. I wonder if that's how they do it in real life. Look at
It's always good
the
having
terrain.
lower ground.
Look at the terrain here. This is just incredible. Really high resolution terrain, am I right?
It is pretty good around here. Like, I did put a section around the base to bring it up to the full 1 metre, but there's sort of seems to be a part from about here through across to Gisborne, and that is actually already to a fairly high standard in the sim, which is really good to see that they're slowly bringing that 1 metre mesh, you know, more and more on board.
So my understanding of it is that a lot of the local governments in New Zealand pitched into this kind of effort where they were... I've already lost you, Simon. I can't believe it. Oh, there you are. I'll slow down a bit. I'll just make sure I just eyeball you now. You're just following
sorry,
on the river there.
I was probably going a bit slow.
Well, I just couldn't see you, and then... so, you know, I'm just going to slowly meander along the river at this height, and I'll wait for you to overtake me. A lot of the local governments in New Zealand publicly released this data, so... MSFS to an extent already utilised it, yeah, and then you've been able to get access to even more higher resolution ones that are also publicly available. Is that about right?
Yeah, so I think there's like it's open topography, the website, which whatever's on there seems to slowly eventually make its way into the sim, whether it's probably a slightly, I don't know how you'd describe it, they must have just rounded off a little bit, probably for performance factors more than anything else. So like when I want to do around my huts, I'll put it at a raw 1 metre mesh just in a small area, like a couple of 100 metres around it, because that way then you're getting the full experience of the terrain that is there to land on.
Nice. Nice. Hello, Nino King, if I've said your name right. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. What stick do I use? This is an Orion 2 HOTAS kit, so the Navy grip, whatever it's called, throttle, and which I've reversed for my collective axis. And yeah, I've just got the stick with the little extension on up here, so I've got a little mini joystick over here as well, which I've assigned to move myself around there. Ow, Simon, where are you going? You're the one who's got the... There we go. Follow him.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah.
No, you just keep going. I'm just going to follow you. So, which is much better. For once, I don't have to navigate in a live stream. I'm actually quite enjoying this concept. So, Nino King, I hope that answers your question. This is working really nice for my helicopter flight. I've only got a desktop set up. It's a pretty compact little space I've got here. So I'm not able to go in and get anything too fancy yet. Maybe one of these days. This scenery, this terrain, this looks magical. So much detail just down there. Look at the folds in the hills. It's really fantastic.
Yeah. It really does make you want to go down low level and explore it all, because it's just, there's so much there, that, like, you know, to explore. You can just go pick a valley. You can go in and spend hours just doing toe-ins or side landings, or, you know, confined approaches anywhere, basically, because it's just so much detail.
Oh, we're incredibly lucky here. Like, you have experiences like this in the sim, and then I'm just kind of reminded of just what a golden age it is, that, you know, we've got all this just, and we can fly anywhere in the world, you know. It's it's magical. It's magical for me, and I still, you know, even despite all the, I guess, the work I'm doing with simulation and doing the content that I do, I still look at this and go, wow, that's great. That's why I want to keep doing it.
Yep.
Why do you want to keep doing it, Si? After all your hundreds of huts and still more to come, what drives you to keep going with doing all the packs?
I just love exploring the backcountry and just the challenge of a new place to try and, you know, work out how's the best way to approach it with the weather and you know, especially now with the weather and the sim being, you know, especially live weather, but having the effect of the wind over the hills and that, it makes every single hut and pad, you've got the combination of wind, terrain, weather, and, you know, the vegetation as well. So
yeah,
it's just like a never-ending. You never get bored of it.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? There's a lot of stuff going on, and I think people perhaps don't appreciate how much goes on. And, you know, it's easy for people to say, oh, well, it's you know, helicopter dynamics are rubbish in MSFS 2024, but, like, you know, you just, though nothing is ever perfect, so much is done so well, and when you do get caught in a downdraft in a mountain, you go, oh, the flight model bugged out and I crashed. And then when you actually start thinking about it, you go, yeah, well, there would have been a downdraft, and, like, no wonder. And, like, maybe I was heavily loaded, maybe I was quite high up, maybe it was quite hot. You know, there's a lot of different factors, and, like, they are, you know, not all perfectly, but they are models.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's. I think to get the full experience in like when you're flying around, with, especially with helicopters, like low level, live weather is definitely is a key card to have. As it's underrated for how good it is for just that unknown challenge. Like, you know, okay, sure, you could get a bluebird day and it looks, you can just fly around. It's just spectacular views, but then you can get days where it's actually completely. Another lot of fun where there's, you know, low visibility and you've got cloud and rain showers coming through, and you're still trying to navigate to a hut that you know you want to get to. It just makes it that much more interesting and fun.
Oh, 100%.
Plus you got wind and then.
100%. No, I was just agreeing with you. Please keep going. Yeah, like, you're just trying to keep track of all of that stuff. And yeah, we are using real weather today, me and Simon. So we just dialed in this morning's weather in New Zealand. It's all dark and late in New Zealand now. So Simon's very nice staying up late to give us a little bit of a tour of his latest modelled patch here. But yeah, we're using real weather today. And if I just cheat and look at my own data bar there, we've got at the moment 6 knots coming from 131. So a bit of a sour easterly going on here, sort of into the little valley that you want to take us into. So that's going to be fun.
It'll be a bit interesting.
Yeah, it's not too bad. 5 knots, we should be able to cope with that, I guess. More than that, though, you start to get a bit worried, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, these sort of helicopters which is in New Zealand, a lot of the operators use AS350s and 500s for the fact that they're pretty good in you know, in a bit of wind. They can tolerate a bit, so. Yeah, you could probably, I mean, I've been on flights where we've had 30, 40 gusting across the nose, and it's the helicopter, you know, buffets around, but it handles it.
Wow, that sounds actually kind of actively quite scary. So this river is the Taog River. Right, okay, cool. I just have to look some of these things up. And in looking at the river, I, of course, now have lost you, so I'll just try, and I think I flew off. Oh, there you are. Sorry, I just need to turn left. Oh, these ranges just look... I don't know why I just hadn't come up here before. Well, because... Yeah, I'll tell you why I didn't come up here before. Because I didn't have your scenery pack yet. It looks so good. The beautiful rolling countryside. All the detail on the hills there. There's no rounded mountains in this part of New Zealand in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And Kaimanawa Si from Tussock Game Creations has made the most of it to add his 71 huts. Or is it 71 huts plus the Bay of Plenty helicopters, or just 71 locations? Because, I mean, you know...
It might be 72. It's around 70. So yeah, I've got it on a sheet of paper somewhere.
Nice. Sorry, I didn't get to a couple of comments there from Runway Sydney Airport. Hello to you. Thanks for coming along. You are very welcome. Sydney, oh, you're asking about a weekend stream. Yes, I had to cancel... I had to cancel last week's stream because I was already doing Saturday with Dan from Miltech, so I need to make some boundaries in my life, so I didn't stream on both weekend mornings. So sorry that we didn't do a weekend flight in the weekend just gone. Instead, you got that live stream experience with Dan from Miltech, which I thought was actually lots of fun. So yes, we will definitely do a weekend flight this week. We actually started from Sydney last time, Runway Sydney Airport, and we went out to Bathurst, which is a new handcrafted airport in the World Update 21. But if you wanted to start from Sydney and go to another location, or start from another location, not Bathurst, and go into Sydney, I'd be open to that. So I'll wait for your excellent ideas. Zaki, why does my view always sink? I think... what I do is, you might have noticed me just struggling to turn off the head tracking, and I was just getting a little bit confused as to whether it was on or off. I'll definitely need it on for takeoffs and landings, but just in cruise I tend to turn it off. And then the other thing I do is, if I just move it up here again, I don't like that door just in my left eye there, so I just sink my seat down a bit, which looks a bit weird because the console looks like it's quite high. So for me, the trade-off is I just get a nicer view out the side as well. So that's why my view changes around a bit. Zaki, I hope that makes sense. Sydney Airport. Yeah, I tried to join last time but didn't have Xbox Online. I bought it so that I can fly. Maybe a coastal flight. Yeah. Sydney Airport, sure. I can't remember, were there any other new airports in New South Wales added? In which case maybe we could fly from Sydney to there, or from there to Sydney. Broken Hill, of course, was added, but it's just like so much in the outback that there's just not a lot around, I feel, and I just wonder if people not from Australia would actually enjoy that. But yeah, look, I'll get your ideas, and I'll wait for them to come into the Event Suggestions channel on the Discord server, which I've just pasted into the chat there. Simon, you're going really low. Are we there already? No, we're not.
It's just here somewhere.
It's just here somewhere. Oh no, it's around here somewhere. All right, let me zoom out a bit on my
just over this ridge.
Yes, it is. I think you're heading in the right direction now. There we go. All right, so I'll just come around here. We probably weren't doing the best piloting there.
No, there was more low bad weather flying that.
Oh dear.
Following the trees to get to the.
Indeed. Black Fox. Matthew Crawford, great channel, man. Hey, you are so welcome, and we've got a special guest today, Kaimanawa Si, all-round flight simulator legend, and I'm just going to not land on top of him, so I'm just going to go around this way. I feel we're maybe not modelling the best piloting right now, because we're sort of hanging down in the middle of these valleys. Wow, look how dense it is.
You've got to have you've got to pick the best of the. These are, what do you call it? Towering, quite steep, almost semi-vertical approaches into some of these because of the big old native forest.
All right. Well, I think I can see where the hut is, only because you're down there and I've got your nameplate there. Is there actually room for me to get in there as well?
I'll just shift over in front of the hut. There is actually enough room to get probably 2 or 3 500s in here. Okay. It's tight.
Now I can see.
It'll work.
Now I can see. So the whole time I'm raising up my collective and slowing down, I've still got 50 knots on. So I think I'll come in long in the valley. So I'll do a 180 from here. Again, not terribly safe flying. If I had an engine failure here, it would be pretty bad news. Zachy, fly from the new 12 Apostles Info Center to the Big Koala. Well, Zachy, guess what? I made a heliport for that 12 Apostles Visitor Center. Absolutely bizarre that they didn't do that themselves, but I've done it. It's on flightsim.to. Just search for 12 Apostles and you will find the very basic default object scenery that I made. Nothing up as can be compared with the standards of the excellent Kaimanawa Si. Well, this is quite challenging helicopter flying in here. I'm glad we didn't bring 20 helicopters into this little spot.
Yep. Yeah, you wouldn't fit 20 in here.
No, I'm just still a bit doubtful
there's
they're going to get 2 in there.
Yeah, you definitely get 2 in here. I would, looking at it, like you'd probably fit 2. You'd actually get in comfortably in real life as well without being in trouble. You'd nearly fit 3 in, but not quite.
Wow, I'm just trying to descend very slowly here. I don't want to risk a vertical ring state. Sorry, vortex ring state, and now I've actually started rising. This would have been much easier in 3D, but for the sake of doing a stream, I will always do those in 2D. Right, there's Si. This is almost vertical reference flying.
The next one should be a bit easier because it'll be on top of a ridge, so it'll be a little bit more of a flatter approach. And this one was, yeah, this is a tight one.
Oh, this is actually scary, but good scary. Oh, here we are. Oh, look at this hut. That is cute. All right, but first of all, I'll just land, so we'll just concentrate on that for another minute. Slow down, please. Last bit of collective down. Have I put my tail boom into trees? I hope not. I'll just come forward a bit to try and disguise that fact. And settle down there. Ooh! Oh my god, breathe. Okay, how do they do? The trees are so dense I can't see anything. Possibly I mowed a little bit of tea tree there.
Cleared it a little bit wider for the next helicopter.
Oh my god, that was scary. It was just so hard in 2D, but wow. Look, I mean...
Yeah,
look at this, the height of this surrounding terrain. Not just the trees, but getting right down here to helicopter level and just doing a little pan around here for the audience. Whoops, and through the earth as well. That's not what I wanted to do. That is something special. That is a magical approach. Have you actually flown into here, Si?
Not into this one, no. There's so many in here, but they're all very unique in that they're just so down and tucked in valleys. I've walked into several over the years, and it's just, you look at the clearing around the hut and you're like, how do they get a helicopter in here? But when you've flown into huts, I've flown into ones, not this particular one, but you realise just how versatile helicopters are, like the 500 particularly, because you got a short tail boom.
Yep.
You know, and the tail rotor, and that is, they're all very compact, so you can get down in amongst the trees. It's such a good machine for that.
Yeah, especially when you can see and you're not. Oh, look how good this hut is. Sorry, I've just hopped out and I'm just going to have this inspect your handiwork here. This is amazing. Is this photogrammetry?
It's basically, it's a sort of photogrammetry, yeah. So it's basically, if you look at photos of this hut, it should be fairly close to it, yeah.
That is amazing. I'm super impressed with that, because it looks... The reason I asked is that photogrammetry is like the textures all look photogrammetry, but all the surfaces look really straight and even.
Because I basically use photos, is all the photos I can get to create a 3D model that's using the photos as its texture and material.
Oh, this one doesn't have an interior, but yeah.
No, not all of them do, because that's because you got to have photos of that too, which not all of them do.
That's awesome. I love it. Where's the outhouse? That's the other thing I always end up looking for, because you know, if you're being complete.
Not all of them have it in this one, because I kind of try to put it where it would be, but a lot of these, because they've been burnt now, then it's not visible on the aerial photo where it would be.
That's a pity. All right, so
I could just make it up and put it there, but it's one of those things I try to keep it sort of as close as I can with what I know.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Oh, that's awesome. What a magical, secluded spot. Bet this is cold and dank in winter.
Yeah, well, what are we? We're in May now, so we're only about a month out from the shortest day, and like we're 9 o'clock in the morning, and I don't look like this is going to get sun until maybe mid to late morning.
Yes.
maybe more like midday.
Amazing. 7 degrees though. Yeah, you can imagine it be getting a bit warmer later on. 883 feet. Not a huge climb up, but really deep into these hills. Black Fox, you're going to ask Kite Performance Group if they can make the older, I think, Victoria Police Air Wing Dauphin helicopter. Are you thinking of Taog's Hangar? Taog's Hangar is doing a Dauphin, unless you're hoping to get a livery for an H160 or something. So good luck with that project. Sounds fun. All right, so I'm back in the pilot seat, and that was really awesome. Si, what do you want to do next?
We'll head across to another one with a ridgetop landing, so we'll go slightly east of here. I'm just slowly climbing up to go out to your 3 o'clock.
My 3 o'clock, okay.
I don't know what direction that is. Towards the sun, which is probably not ideal climbing out into the sun. But
all right. Do we have a code for this one?
Yep. It's just off my map. I'm just going to pull it across so I can see it.
Yeah, because you've got Si's flying in VR, so he's got slightly better visibility than me, but maybe a little bit more awkward to pull up things like what I'm trying to get him to do right now. I'll just bring my rotor RPM back up.
I think it is NZUWPKH, which is the first one you suggested, so we're heading across to that one now.
NZUTKH, direct to. Excellent.
No,
yeah.
Whiskey Papa Kilo Hotel.
Oh my god, it's a 7-letter one. Here it is. NZU Kilo Papa Hotel.
That's it.
Oh my god. I don't know why. I'm having a bit of a...
Oh no.
That's right on a river.
It's 7.4 kilometres to our east of us.
NZUKOH.
NZUWPKH.
WPKH.
Is it not? NZUWPKH. Yeah, it's a long letter one. This one it was like right at the end of my list.
Right. I'm not NZU.
To the west.
To the west. That's Jace chiming in there. Oh, that's over that side. You said by 3 o'clock. Oh my god. Direct to. We're having a bit of a left-right issue today.
I was climbing out to your 3 o'clock. Sorry, I was climbing out to your 3 o'clock, but it was actually to my
9 o'clock. NZU Whiskey Papa Kilo Hotel. Now I see it when I look at the right direction. Well, we're going really well. All right. So have I got my rotor? No, I haven't yet. Get that breaker back in. Okay. So towering takeoff. Need lots of aft cyclic for the... Whoops. More left pedal required. I'll just float up. Try not to creep forward too much, which is my usual bad habit. And I'll just have to wait until I get over these trees, which is going to take a long time. There we go. There we go. Alright,
you sort of go up that valley in front of you, then you can sort of slowly veer out to the west.
Oh my god, we got a 2 out of 2 strike rate of me not knowing which one we're talking about. Oh my god, imagine doing this in real life. Look at the steep cliff in front of me. Wow.
Yeah, it's the sort of country you really have to know the country and get used to planning a flight out, a path to get into the next catchment. Gosh. Especially if it's like today, it's easy because we got good weather. But like, you imagine if it was like cloud clagging down on some of those little saddles, make it real tricky.
You wouldn't be able to fly it, would you? If it was like that.
Well, they have to. Well, they do because I mean, if they didn't fly when there's a few clouds around or some cloud around, that wouldn't be the best business for them. So most operators have to fly with something. Get used to it.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, I think
it's not uncommon to be scudding along to a hut just under the cloud. 700 or 800 feet above the trees, but you're just underneath the cloud layer.
That sounds scary, but then again, those are the professionals. They are trained for it. I am impressed. So this is the Whakataane River, and that is the correct pronunciation, so people who aren't from New Zealand. So that flows down to the town of Whakataane. So that's all good. So yeah, very straight river, this one. I imagine it runs quite fast, or quite deep maybe. What does that mean if it's all straight like that?
I guess it's, there would be a fairly decent flow. When you look at this catchment in this whole forest park, that there's only sort of three, I think there's like 2 or 3 main artery rivers that sort of come out, which all the side ones obviously run into.
Yeah. Indeed. All right. Well, how am I going here? So I don't actually have sight of you yet, so I'll let you sort of overtake me.
Oh, I'm above you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just above you at the moment.
I'll just slow right down.
I'm getting plenty of height for this ridge in front.
Whereas I'm being inoffensive. Hello, Toaster. So great to see you again. Always good to have you along, aka Atom Toast. Always nice to see you. Thanks for supporting the channel and for saying hello. Slightly fun today, trying to get going, and I think I've managed to stream into the wrong stream on YouTube, but I think it all seems to be working. I've got actual people watching, so hello people watching on YouTube, despite the fact that I'm not streaming into the one I said I was going to stream into, so I'll have to fix all that later on. I tried to fix it in the last 5 minutes, but then, oh dear. Oh, the life of a streamer. Right, where's Simon? Oh, there he is. Okay, so what strikes me about the activities that are open to you if you get one of these packs is that you've got almost endless options. Like, I fly into one challenging location, and then from there I can just ask the sim to do a direct to, and I can just almost create a new adventure every time I hop on the sim. And as Simon was saying, the weather could be a bit rough one day, maybe the cloud level's a bit low, maybe you abort that idea and then go and find another one. I think the adventuring possibilities when you do something like this, especially if you wanted to add things like, what your fuel situation is, what your load is on board, it's just endless. Like the adventure possibilities are endless. That's what I reckon. You're biased, Simon, but you, because you made all this for a reason, you know that it's fun. But do you ever find yourself with enough time just to hop in and actually enjoy your sceneries?
But that's why I do it, because I do love this sort of stuff. So when I do get a chance, this is what the sort of flying I like doing. So and because there wasn't anything out there available for me to get that was kind of this sort of backcountry helicopter flying, the sort of flying that I like doing, and I know quite a few others do. So that's why I just sort of started making them, because it's just, I just love the challenge of it, because everyone tests you and you slowly hone your skills more and more, because you get used to trying to read the weather as you're coming in and different approaches, because nothing's ever going to be the same, especially with live weather and with the sort of terrain you're dealing with.
Excellent stuff. 100% agreed. So a little bit rough there. Am I getting to... I'll see if I can stick to the right of the clearing here. I've got a bush there that I'm going to follow in just above the pedals, and I'll just get a little bit further. Oh, it slopes off, doesn't it? It slopes off.
Yeah, this is what I like about the 1 meter. So you have to, you might see the clearing, but when you get closer, you've actually got to come into the hover and then try and pick a spot that actually works to land the helicopter on as well.
Oh boy. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be leaving enough room for you here. Maybe that's why you didn't land. You just were polite and let me get in there first.
I've landed. I'm just down by the hut.
I'm still just trying to find a spot that's reasonably flat and that works in 2D. Still not fully flat, but that's all good. So we'll get that off there. We'll just...
You'd be surprised how many of the pads in real life are not that flat. They've got some sort of undulation. Quite often you'll see the pilots land and then pick it up and just shift it sideways to get a bit of more stable footing for the helicopter.
Yeah, well, that's where I've ended up. So I'll just be careful not to go around and put my face into that. So I'll walk around. Yeah, there we go. There's the big slope there, which I didn't quite see. As Simon was saying, you can identify the clearing, but when you actually get in there, That's actually got quite a drop just to the right of the 500C there. This is awesome. This is awesome. There we go. Some nice ferns added in here, Si. Are these your ferns that you've got here?
These are just in some ones which are, unfortunately, these ones don't blow around like some of the vegetation.
Yeah, a bit inconsistent, isn't it? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the static stuff seems to not, but then the tree variants do.
Nice. Oh, I like that. Look at this coming into the country and just discovering all of this stuff all created for you by someone as excellent as Kaimanawa Si. I love this. Is that someone's signature on the guttering up there?
Probably is. There's a lot of these have probably had various stuff etched and engraved into them over the years.
Funny. People are getting dropped frames. Really? Really disappointing given the lengths I've gone to get this better. Yeah, and I'm just looking at one screen here which seems to suggest that it's not that great. Oh wow, what a pity. What a pity. I'm just going to refresh the screen over here that I'm also working in, just with some stream details in it. Oh, it says it's excellent now. I'm only streaming at 8 megabit, and I've gone down to 1080p today just to try and mitigate some of the issues that we've had previously. It looks like it's okay now. If anyone would like to sort of tell me, no, Matthew, that's worse, or yes, that's much better, by all means, go ahead. YouTube's kind of giving me mixed messages about the stream health. So, in Australia, we don't necessarily have fibre to our premises because we built our national broadband network a little bit on the cheap side. So I don't have fibre all the way into the home. So that's my current situation, lamentably. But anyway, I'm not going to complain about that. Just as I noticed, Toaster, yes, it got better again. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Look at this lovely 500C. Holy tracker, we are flying, I'm just going to paste it into the chat again. We are flying the Urewera and Raukumara Ranges huts add-on by Tussock Game Creations, who is otherwise known as Kaimanawa Si, who is my guide on this flight today. So very lucky to have the master himself fly with us today. Thank you for the guiding, Simon. And yes, just a reminder there too, if you get yourself signed up onto the newsletter, you will join everyone else who has already subscribed to go into the draw to win one of 4 of these packs. So, sorry, there are 6 packs and 4 people will be able to choose 1 pack each. So, holy tracker, there are now 6 amazing packs from Kaimanawa Si. I can't believe it myself. He reckons he could be pushing up to 500 huts now. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. What an achievement. And if you know of anywhere else in the world where this has been done, then let us know, because it'd be a great place to fly. As Simon was saying before, there's been a lot of interest in places like Switzerland, and people put in a lot of effort there. But I mean, I've not seen anything like this. I mean, if I just zoom out here and just look at all the huts, just even in this one little corner, well, it's not little, but this one corner of the world that Simon's made, there's just endless adventuring opportunities here. You could make your own adventure. Make yourself a flight plan with 2 or 3 of these huts in it, and you would just have just the right length of session for the amount of time that you had to do. Toaster, yeah, we can only work with what we provided in terms of the internet. Not your fault they're transmitting your internet by pigeon. By New Zealand pigeon, otherwise known as a kerudoo. No, that's Australia. I'm getting confused. I'm mixing up my cultural references now. Magnus, hello to you. Haven't seen you for ages. Good to see you. Hello from Sweden, says Magnus. We are going into spring, summer here. Is it fall, winter where you are now? Yeah, sure is. Autumn. And that's why the sun's quite low in the sky here in... We turn back the time. This is live weather, but it was from earlier today. Magnus, you've got 6 packs to choose from. It's just extraordinary the amount of work that Simon's done for backcountry flying in New Zealand. an endlessly enjoyable experience. I missed Dean, your comment there. Sorry about that. The texturing on the huts looks absolutely amazing. Indeed, I think it's a combination of photogrammetry sort of projected onto sort of flat surfaces, so it looks really effective. Yes, Black Fox. I think, I did a flight in the H160 a couple of weeks ago, a solo flight out to out to a winery that I also created the pads for. Nothing up to Simon's very high standard though, so that was over in Melbourne. We flew out to the Yarra Valley. Virtue Sim, hello to you. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Welcome back. So where are we going now, Simon? And how badly of a mess can I make of the next ICAO code, or am I going to have to invent one? Go ahead.
I'm just trying to look where we could go, like, because I was thinking if we could end up somewhere to the south, there's this really, really spectacular spot. You'd have to see it in the sim. It's the Mangapahatu Bluffs and 1 meter mesh. It's just crazy detail. So we'll go to a couple of huts along the way. So the ICAO code we'll probably go to next will be NZ UORH. So it's on the main river, the Wakatani River.
It'll be. I can see it. I've got it. NZU. Okay, NZ. So anyone else who might be flying along will need this code as well. November Zulu uniform. So all of these codes are going to start with NZU. So this one is Oscar Romeo. Forgot what R was for a second. Oscar Romeo Hotel. Oscar Romeo Hotel. ORH. And yeah, so right on the river there. Looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I'll just, I've got my rotor RPM back up. Greg, hey bro, from Gisborne on the east coast of New Zealand. First time view, was just told about your stream. Love Simon's Huts. See, it's a match made in heaven. Matthew Crawford, Let's Fly, Tussock Game Creations, Urewera and Raukumara Ranges Huts. And here we go for another fun occasion with a little bit of chaos thrown in as well, and some excellent interaction from some lovely people on the internet watching us do all this crazy stuff. Thanks people, welcome along. And really great to have you along today and to have you enjoy this with us. I cannot believe how steep this terrain is. You don't get this just anywhere. And it does rely on this high quality mesh. I'm going to answer Magnus's question. I'll come back to you.
Really?
Sorry. Magnus was asking, is the 1 meter mesh an add-on as well? Simon has integrated it into his huts, where he needs the highest resolution. Otherwise, MSFS 2024 has been really quite good at incorporating publicly available high resolution terrain data, which is actually not too bad in New Zealand. Good coverage in New Zealand, much better than Australia, I'll tell you that much. But where he needs it, he can add an even higher resolution. So, sorry, Si, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's just, it's a strange thing, because it's obviously we've got quite a large database of the 1 meter mesh now across the country, but it's interesting where the sim is choosing to use it. Like this area is obviously, it's pretty good, like straight out of the default, but then there's other areas where it is actually available, and it's been available for quite some time, but it's, if you put in the 1 meter, there's actually quite a stark difference, and it's noticeable flying around too. So I don't know where or what makes them choose what the areas are doing. Like this to me is a funny area, because this is mostly all bush, but it actually is really good having it in the high detail.
Well, you get these really steep gullies, and if it's low resolution terrain, it's all smoothed out. It's just not as wouldn't be as steep as this, right?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be as much of interest to fly through it. Like sure, you're flying somewhere, but you don't get that same authentic bush feel where you're actually down and amongst it and it feels tight and confined. Indeed.
Virtue Sim, you're good. Going to stream in about an hour myself with the Alouette 3 over the Whoa! Oh my god, I was just reading, my chat window is not on the same screen, so I actually literally just crashed into Simon, just like reading the chat.
It's alright, I've got it turned off anyway for this.
You're going to yeah, Virtue Sim, it's all your fault. Oh my god. You're going to stream it in about an hour yourself with the Alouette 3 over the Frisian Islands. Is that going to be on Twitch, Virtue Sim? If it's on Twitch, I'll send a raid your way if anyone's still watching. So funny. So, I think you might be above me again, Simon. Oh, there you are. Yep.
I'll try and stay in the middle of the valley.
Which is exactly what pilots are not supposed to do, isn't it? You're supposed to fly on the edge of the valley so that you've got more options available to you if you have an engine failure.
Yeah, so you can always turn 45 to wherever the lower terrain or clear spots are, but sometimes I guess depends on the bush, you might not have that option all the time, depending on weather. Got to make the best of a bad situation sometimes.
Yeah, it would be pretty scary in this kind of rugged country, wouldn't it? You'd hope that the emergency locator beacon had good line of sight.
Yeah, it is. Your places to land, say like where we are right now at this given point, like in reality there might be a couple of clear spots in the actual riverbed you possibly could get down into, but it doesn't really show it in the sim. Yeah. But there's those sort of things look for, or gaps in trees depending on how close you are to the ground when you have a failure. But you're going to have you're talking seconds, not minutes, before you're either hopping out of it or worst case.
Yeah, worse. I know. Yeah, it's pretty hair-raising stuff, but I mean, people train for it. They become very good at reading the land, reading the conditions, and knowing what's available to them. Oh, this scenery is just... I mean, we're not terribly high up. It's not exact. I mean, I've called it mountains, but the sort of ranges, I suppose, rather than kind of true kind of subalpine. Yeah. But I mean, it is just with the 1 meter terrain. Even this looks good. Sorry, Si, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's definitely not as high up as, say, like in the Kaimanawas, where you have more of where the tree line stops and you get the open tussock, and then you go into the rocky stuff, which is more subalpine or alpine. But this is more just reasonably high, but it's still bush-clad, most of it.
Indeed. And there is the river. That looks beautiful.
Plenty of options here for if you had a failure now.
Oh, if you had a failure. Oh, we've gone past the hut, you realise? That's downstream from here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did too. I put your crook. It's just back up that way.
I'll just do that brake turn to follow you. There we go. Nice. Oh, but then we get this view up the valley. It's lovely. It is lovely.
I mean, actually start descending into the valley because we can just turn up, because it's just around the corner up the valley.
Just with the rivers, it's almost like a sort of it's almost like a freeway, isn't it? Like in terms of that landing spot, you have that sort of sense that you're sort of back on the freeway here, and you could just kind of, if you can follow this up and down for the most part, you know that more of your journey is going to be over a safe landing zone.
Yeah, anywhere along here, you pretty much guaranteed a nice big grassy flat or a shingle riverbed. Yeah, the options are endless, pretty much continuously evolving in front of you.
Yeah. All right, this looks
right turn.
Okay, I'm right behind you. Probably not very good for wake turbulence if I had that switched on. I have wake turbulence turned off because the wake turbulence is about 10 times too strong in Sim Update 5.
Yep.
It's very amusing, but it doesn't seem to be quite right to me.
I'm already going low because I know the approach is to this one. So
oh my god!
If you think I'm going too low, it's because I know I'm coming around the corner to set myself up to get in the gap.
Oh, I can see the roof of the hut now. Yeah, so you just follow the river, and that's amazing. This is crazy. It's actually really satisfying following another pilot. If we did this on a big group flight, it would just be too chaotic. This is perfect with 2 people.
Just had a big stutter there for some reason. I'm back now.
Right,
everything froze and then it came back.
Oh, thankfully. Yeah, well, mine's smooth so far. I didn't notice you freezing in the sky. Whoops, a bit fast there, Matthew. Risking vortex ring state where the helicopter descends into its own downwash. A very dangerous situation because pulling collective makes it worse. So let's just nudge forward the last part here. Getting funny reflections, and that downwash effect as well is making it a bit harder. Oh, I've turned off the FS realistic effects because I was testing the BO105, so I need to turn on some more sounds here to get a few more. Oh, ah! I was right on a ledge, I didn't realise. Oh my god, disaster. Alright, let's try that again, but this time we'll get fully forward onto the flat. I didn't even spot that. in 2D. Oops.
Yeah,
Right.
this is like to get the full effect. Yeah, in VR, you would have as you could imagine, it would be you can try and pick where your landing spot because nothing is flat.
No. Well, with
This is
VR,
actually a fairly flat one compared to some of them.
well, it's flat up there, but I was about 5 meters behind, and the helicopter was 45-degree nose up in the air, sliding down the bank. Oops.
Down into the river.
Oh my god. All right, so this is, what's the name of this hut? I forgot to look at that. This is Ohora Hut.
Ohora, yeah, that's the one.
All right, let's hop out and have a look. So I'll take a quick break after this, but after we've explored the surroundings here. Oh, this looks like quite a luxurious one, Simon.
It's probably, well, I don't know how luxurious. There was actually very little photos of this one, so I just did the best I could do with it. But it's a slightly larger, I guess you'd say that.
Yeah. I
So
guess
it
that's
might
what I
have
meant.
several more bunk rooms in it, probably in reality, I'd imagine, because a lot of them are, I think, were very small, the Forest Service ones, which is probably so they could helicopter them in.
Right. Oh, Ohora Hut. It's actually named up there as well. Lovely. Lovely. That is gorgeous. Is weight turbulence still killing FPS? VirtueSim, weight turbulence is not so much killing FPS anymore, although it does have an effect. The FPS impact has been reduced, but the comically strong weight turbulence effect, it feels like it's about 10 times too strong. Like you could fly over a landed helicopter and you can tip that landed helicopter over with your weight turbulence. That's how strong it is. I mean, helicopters do bounce around on the ground with that kind of turbulence, but I mean, to be fully tipped over, you'd expect there need to be a tornado or something. I don't know, but it's scary. And it doesn't seem to be completely realistic to me. Have you had any experiences, Si, with the weight turbulence since they updated it?
I haven't actually had it turned on, to be fair, because I've kept it off because of that for that multiplayer thing. So I haven't actually tried it to see, to be honest.
Well, the multiplayer
But if it does
aspect's
sound
improved.
like it's okay, so that's fixed, but it's just too strong, you reckon? Because I've seen a video recently somewhere on social media where it looked like an EC-145 came in over an R66 sitting on the ground, I think it was, just parked up with its blades, and as it came over, the rotors gave a little bit of a wobble round, but it wasn't severe, and that was, over the top of it as it came into land too, so it's not, I wouldn't have thought it'd be that bad.
Dropping frames, thanks Toaster. I think I noticed that in my stream view over here, so the audio's still okay. I will just have a quick look at my settings and we will see if anything is suspicious in there. But before I change those settings, I will also just get my resource monitor up here as well, which I forgot to do. Yes. So my card's doing 98% for some reason, and my CPU is doing 30, so it's the card. I've only got 100 on my object level of detail. Bizarre. Where are all my frames going? Why is my card under such strain? That's down to, it's not down at all, it's still on 98%. Where are all my GPU resources going? It's quite worrying. It's a kind of a problem I'd like to solve for very obvious reasons. It's pretty unsatisfying streaming experience when people, are getting bounced out of the enjoyment of it because I'm not giving you enough frames. So I've got my GPU utilization down to 93%. I just can't figure it out. Like, I just don't know why the 5080 is being so ludicrously challenged by this. A separate streaming PC, maybe. I'll just change the DLSS. I don't think that makes that much of a difference. Go ahead, Simon.
I was just going to say, like, what RAM has your GPU got on it?
Well, it's a 5080, so it's only got 16 gigs of RAM, VRAM.
Okay, yeah, but it's still, yeah, I think when you especially when you're in the sim and then you're streaming as well as that, it seems to be very demanding on the GPU for some reason. I don't know what. Like, especially when your CPU is being used that little, they should be able to allocate stuff off to that.
Yeah. It's pretty annoying. I will need to again look at the prioritization. I've done lots of prioritization stuff, and it's not quite working yet. So Gary, you installed 5080, then installed update 5, and it's been horrible since, going back to the RTX 4090. Yeah, well, your 4090's got much more VRAM, Gary, and that seems to suit MSFS quite well. So what I'm going to do, people, is take a short break. So I'm going to just mute the chat, and I will be back in about 3 minutes. I hope you've got enough room in your life to show us a couple more huts. Would that be all right?
Yeah. Yep, that's fine.
You absolute champion. All right, so I'm good to stay for another hour. It is late for you in New Zealand, so I'll be guided by you, Si. And if you need to sort of pop off at some point, I can fly myself back to base.
No, I can.
Oh, you're in for the long haul.
I can stay for another hour.
Oh, you're a champion. All right, okay, so I'm going to mute that chat. Going to just set up a nice exterior view here so we can enjoy the absolutely idyllic location that Simon has celebrated for us in the sim with his wonderful new pack, which I am again pasting into the chat for you. So people, please check that out and consider supporting an incredible scenery developer who just adds so much character to the experiences that we can have in the sim. And I'm very much a believer in that, of what he's done. So I will take a short break now. See you in 3 minutes. Cheers, people. And I finished that track about 2 hours ago. Every one of those little bits of music that I try and make for the channel has always got this you would never have noticed. Well, maybe you did notice it, but there's a little sound, which is like a Huey sample slowed down. So it's my little helicopter Easter egg hidden inside my music that I shove in the break. Bit of 80s synth pop there. Anyway, how are we going, Simon? What's our next stop here?
Looking at my map, I think, just trying to look at what's the direct line to where we're going. Probably, well, obviously NZU, Oscar Hotel.
Got it.
I think.
Ohane track hut. I can't talk. Ohane hut. Ohane hut. Yeah, it's funny. I had more difficulty with the English than the Te Reo Māori. But anyway, all right. So that's straight down the river. That looks nice. And then we're going to be just following into the valley. That looks pretty easily done.
Yep.
Looks like
they go out behind you.
Oh, you want me to lead this one, do you?
No, I'm just going to go out behind you, and then, like, as you when you were lifting, I was actually behind you leaving.
Got you. All right. So, what have we got? 4 knots at 121. So still from the southeast. There might be a little bit of a downdraft at the next hut, but nothing to worry us here. So, I'll just do a quick hello. Feel free to unmute yourselves if you've got the button in reach. Some of our channel regulars, Jace, FHPRA, Mako, who have joined us in the Discord chat. Any of you managed to follow along and enjoy flying with us today?
Yeah, following along perfectly.
Oh, Mako, you legend. Always great to have you along. Real supporter of the channel. Very glad that you could do it. So we're not doing it, so for people watching, we're not doing it as a group flight as such today because it might get a little bit too chaotic to get into these little landing zones. But really glad that some of the channel regulars were able to come in and still hang out with us. So good to know, Mako. Well, we'll enjoy a nice river run now, and we'll see what we feel when we get to the next site. Whisperdark, hello to you. A very, very, very special supporter of the channel. Always great to see you, Whisperdark. All right, let's start to concentrate on lifting up. Whoa, a bit lighter than what I thought. Get the landing line on. So I'll do a pedal. Whoops, try not to take out the hut on the way. I'm going to do a pedal turn over that bank that I fell down before. And what I'm going to try and do is use that same highway that Simon showed us to get in here. So out over the river and then following it along. I didn't actually see Simon leave, so I'm just making up my own departure here. Oh, and missing out my view at the same time. I'll just go forwards. Oh, Simon, it's pretty scary getting out of here.
She looked really good from back here too. You actually realise how big the terrain is. Seeing you, when I was expecting the size of you to come around that corner, and what I was expecting wasn't what I saw. Was this little speck.
Yeah. Look, I've actually sort of felt the same just as I've been following you around. So I'm pointing south down the river. Oh, there you are. I see you. Yeah, I felt the same as I watched you. I mean, I really love doing our really popular group flights on, for me, it's on a Sunday morning. For other people, that would be 2100 Zulu, Saturday night. For Europeans, really popular flights, really great community experience. But just coming in here, just as Sai just commented there, it's really quite eye-opening. Getting that sense of the scale of the terrain when there's just that one other tiny helicopter in it, and it really, these towering hills, I'm struck by these towering hills more than I've been struck by terrain just about anywhere that I can think of in MSFS. And this is not even the most dramatic part of New Zealand. It's one of the more dramatic parts of the North Island though, isn't it? So
yeah, like I think it's because of like what we were talking about earlier. It is that because it's got the higher detail terrain mesh in here.
Yeah.
It's something about it just makes you start to realise just how big the landscape is, and it gives you so much more depth, I guess, to the whole experience. Whereas if it's just rolling hills, you kind of you don't get that same feeling.
Yeah. And it's a bit samier as well, isn't it? If it's those rounded rolling hills, yeah, it's a little bit more samey. I remember we did the Andean group flight in the Andes one time, and it was, of course, beautiful, but the terrain was just low resolution. Everything was just so round, like big domes everywhere.
Switzerland's got really good high-res mesh from what I've experienced so far in the sim. So it must just depend on country to country to what is available that the sim's able to use.
Finally got my room. Oh! So there I go. I finally found my FS Realistic and then almost collided with you again. So typically bad piloting there.
I'll come up on your left.
Okay. I'll just keep my nose up and slow down because we're already 3/4 of the way there. Wow, exposed soil on that one. There you go.
Yeah, some of these, I don't know whether the aerial photos picked up that there's some scrubby patches or there's sort of semi-farm, or that's in shadow, depending on time of day, so they...
Yeah, so you get some weird artifacts in the auto-generated scenery just because,
Yeah, with their trees. I try to fix whatever I can find, but obviously there's a lot of bush to go over to try and find every patch.
Indeed, indeed. Oh, what a beautiful experience. Always lovely flying in New Zealand, and to get like a pro guide, someone as accomplished as Kaimanawa Si to show us in here is really special. So that's just fantastic. Thank you, Si, again. I'm watching you going along there and trying to slot in behind over here whilst also slowing down. Doing some S turns, so it's going a bit fast there. Oh, that was loud.
This is a tight one.
This is a tight one.
This is a tight one, yeah.
That's Jace Night Fury, one of our valued regulars as well. I thought it looked really open when I looked at the MSFS EFB. I'm totally in Simon's hands here, just following you along.
It's a bit further than I thought. My map was zoomed out. Gotta go. I'll climb out a little bit. I started descending a little bit too early.
Oh yeah, I got you. There I was saying, you know, it's because I gave you too many compliments about being a great guide.
I get mixed up too. But this is the whole thing about bush flying, that it can be deceiving, because especially when you think about, like, if you got bad weather, every valley and ridge could start looking very similar.
Oh yeah.
This is a bit. Now I can circle around and I'll come from that valley on the other side, I think.
All right. So I've just overshot. So there, I've got you in sight. All right. So I need to do a very tight turn in here. I think I can manage that. All the nameplates in multiplayer are pretty handy, aren't they? Can never lose track. If I just put you, there we go. If I turn your nameplate off. That is amazing. Well, this is way denser than what I thought it was going to be. Way denser. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Oh,
I think we should be able to fit 2 in here. I'm going to go right up to the top.
Thank you. It looks like quite slopey as well.
It is. It's nothing the 500 can't handle.
So you just need to get your left skid on the higher terrain and then sort of let it slot down a bit on the right. This is very cool.
It's actually not. It's a little bit sloping towards the hut and away to behind me.
Yeah, I noticed that too. When you sat down, I could see how much you were angled backwards. Oops.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Just very carefully coming in here. I think I might have to just decide. Yeah, it's still a bit slopey there. I'll just maybe come... There we go. Oops, slide onto... Okay, there we go. Whew, breathe. God, you hold your breath, don't you, when you're doing that? That's... how did I do? Did pretty well. I think I might have mowed a bit of the scrub there again, but I think that looks pretty good. Oh, look at that vegetation hanging down. What a beautiful view that is.
Yeah.
What a beautiful view. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just everywhere we go in MSFS. All right, let's just get that rotor spool down. Get that warning out. Off you go. All right. What are these yellow things?
Those are possum traps that they're quite often around these for the...
Wow, possum traps. I never thought I'd see the day. Models lovingly in the flight simulator. Possum traps. I didn't see that one coming. Oh, yeah.
Just about most huts in reality do have at least one or two at them in real life.
Well, here's a photogrammetry wood pile. That looks very nicely done. And so this one looks like you've actually modelled this one because it looks like...
This one I've modelled, yeah. There was very little photos of this particular one, so I had to model it.
Right. Yeah, but it's got the same sort of layout, doesn't it, with those that style of chimney off the side there.
Yep, which is just usually a big open fireplace, and some of them have little verandas, and usually a catchment to catch the water. Unless you're near a creek, then they don't bother. Because you usually got fresh water nearby then.
Yeah, yeah. Best to boil it, though, in case of Giardia, as I seem to recall. Was a bit of an issue back in New Zealand today.
It just depends. If you're near those, like that, out on that big river, like the Wakatani one, or the Taog, the main ones, I'd definitely boil it. But in these little side streams and that, I think you'd be pretty safe just drinking it straight out of the creek. Well, I do, put it that way.
And you're fine.
Yeah, I haven't got sick yet.
Oh, that's good. That is good. This is awesome. This is awesome. Look at the sun now just coming up over the peaks there. And you've got some beautiful...
It's still low, but it's, yeah.
Yeah. You got some beautiful New Zealand tree ferns there as well. How great would it be just to be able to procedurally, I don't know, animate, other people's 3D models, with the wind.
Yeah, it would be just so good to have access to that in the SDK, so that you could have. I'd love nothing more than to create a biome type that was suited to New Zealand with beech trees and pungas and the whole works. But at this stage, it's not accessible. But that stuff is in that moment. But hopefully they change that.
Excellent stuff.
Because that to me is the biggest thing. So even if you look behind you there, there's a big, what looks like a eucalyptus, which is a little bit out of place, but it's the only sort of biome that's in the sim.
All right. That's
rainforest, I think it's called. That is closest to our native forest.
Yeah.
Which is obviously an Australian biome, probably.
I'm sorry, but you've made the most of it, and it looks effective, even if it's not 100% real. Gary Moore, you can with custom models and Blender do the wind, I think is what you're saying there, yeah?
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Oh, well, just in case you find some time in between adding 500 huts into the sim. Oh dear. Yep. A scenery designer's work is never done, I'm sure. So let's get this rotor speed back up. And where are you thinking of taking us this time?
Carry on down the main river. So I'm just going to lift up and go straight out over the top here, and we'll go. There's not really too many huts between here and the Mangapahatu bluffs, so we're just going to beeline it straight there. So once we climb up and get above the ridges, basically we're going to be heading in a kind of the same direction we were heading down when we came down the valley. So probably a southerly. So I guess it's a south direction, and probably veering slightly to the east a little bit, so southeast.
Yeah, I can see. So we're just following the river. That's pretty easy, and I can see some of the huts. We've got the Ngahiri Mai huts.
Yep. That's
NGH.
Yep, NGH. Yep, we could stop there on the way because that's basically in the neck of the woods, and then from there we go probably a little bit of east, and then we're basically right in the area for the bluffs, because there's not actually a hut at the bluffs. It's sort of, I guess you'd call it, it's sacred sort of Maori burial grounds now, or it used to be back in the before settlers were here type thing. There's big bluffs, so with like towering rocks that are like some really cool, unique formations on the rock faces there.
Nice. All right, so what are we going to put into the GPS just for people so they know which way to go?
We'll probably just go NZU, NGH. We'll do that next.
Yeah, cool. All right. That's in for me, and now all I have to do is find you again, so I'll just lift up and go the way we came in, I think, and then come back around south. What's happened here? Have I not got my... I haven't got my RPMs all the way back up. Slinger, we are very well, thank you for saying hello. You are welcome, as everyone else is watching the stream. So glad to have you all along to celebrate. Well, I did a very poor pickup then, to celebrate this excellent work in our simulator to make it even more compelling, adding in just infinite detail wherever you look. And with a million adventures to be had, if you would fly from every hut to every other hut, you'd be a lifetime's work to do all of that, thanks to the excellent Kaimanawa Si. This is the Urewera and Raukumara Ranges pack, which I'm again going to paste into the chat. Brand new. In fact, what, you just uploaded it just last week, didn't you?
Yes, yep. It was only in the last... Yeah, it would only probably be just on a week now, if that.
Extraordinary stuff. So hot off the press, people, for you to enjoy yourself there if you'd like, and for a chance to win this or one of the other 5 packs that Simon's made. All you need to do is subscribe to my newsletter and you will go into the draw. Even if you already have subscribed, all subscribers will go into the draw. Top 4 random numbers that I will assign with the help of Microsoft Excel will be invited to nominate a pack of their choice, and Simon and I will arrange to get that added to your SimMarket account. Lucky you! You could fly an adventure like this, maybe. Let's get the name tags back on, because you are a long way from me now, so I'm going to really pick up the speed, get myself to the top of the green.
I'm doing 60.
You're doing 60? Well, I don't know what I was doing. I was just chatting. Oh dear. It is quite an art to do all of these things all at the same time, and also worry about the stream performance as well. How's my graphics card doing? Oh, it's 90%, so I don't understand why sometimes it's just happily just ticking away at 50 and then it just peaks out crazily like this. Maybe it's the terrain. Is it? I mean, is it? I don't know.
But could be. I mean, it's obviously going to have some sort of an effect, but because it is a lot higher than, say, like, I know, somewhere Australia. Like if you're in the outback of it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I know. Well, more research required, and yeah, I hear people talking about, maybe I'm being a bit ambitious in terms of streaming everything from the same computer. Yes, I can look at that as well. Don't know how. I've got no space. Unless I do what I keep threatening myself to do, which is to go and lease an office and actually do it properly, but that would be a lot of money. A lot of money. So anyway, we'll finish that thought another day. It's my problem to solve in between streams. It's nice getting high up here and enjoying this bird's eye view. This New Zealand falcon's eye view from up here. Are they up in this part of the world? Did the falcons come this far north, Simon?
I'm not sure about in here, but I've definitely seen them in the Kaimanawas. Yep.
Yeah, we've got the Australasian Harrier is all over New Zealand. That's a bigger one, but we've got a really cool native New Zealand falcon as well that likes some of these bush environments, steep mountain environments. It's almost a bit of an alpine falcon.
Yeah, like I saw one on my last trip in March. They're pretty cool to see up close.
Just like a Hughes 500C, and I'm coming in way too fast, so don't want to actually collide with you.
I'm slowed right down.
Yeah.
I'll pick the speed up now.
Yeah,
I'll
right
catch up.
Had to do a bit of a do a bit of a skid to not crash into you. It's beautiful going over these. Just beautiful.
So now Hitamai Hut's just down in front of us, and then we'll go from there. We'll go as we're coming into here. It's back out to our 9 o'clock over that ridge, and you can. I almost saw it before on the skyline, the bluffs.
Oh yeah. I keep overtaking it and then having to throw the brakes on. There we go. Nice.
Which side are you on?
I'm right behind you now. That's better. Probably not great from a
just
lake
setting up for a
turbulence
straight-in
perspective.
approach for this one.
All right.
Not often you can see the hut this far, well, the clearing this far out, so I thought I'll try straight in.
Oh, I think I can... yeah, not sure. Hi, Binky. Binky says, hi, Matt, Simon, and chat. Hi, Binky. Nice to have you along. All right, let's... I'm doing a lot of looking down past the console here. All right. I'm going to have to do a bit of a recce run here, so there we go. I'm just getting the shape of it there. Oh, quite a nice lawn effect, actually, in this one. Don't crash into those trees, though, Matthew. Don't think I'll be passing my piloting exam if anyone saw me fly like this, but let's just slowly come around here. Oh, this creek is lovely. Did you add some rocks in there, or was that already there?
Would have. I'm trying to think now, because I mean I've done so many I forget about each one now. I have to take off and go and have a look.
All right. Well, I'll just hopefully let you pass under there whilst I continue a slow descent.
I'll move back in. I'll move back in.
Okay. I can't quite see down there, so maybe if I try, yeah, that's maybe a bit better. Just doing it, trying to keep my descent rate less than 300 feet per minute, whilst just looking down, not gaining too much ground there. Got a bit fast on the descent again. Gaining too much ground on the hut, and I think I've nailed this now. Oops. Ground effect sound, thanks to FS Realistic Plus. Oh, and breathe. I was holding my breath again. Alright, that looks really good. Let's idle that rotor. I think I've left that circuit breaker out the whole time. Alright, let's go and have a look at this one. What another beautiful location that is.
Sort of have a pretty nice stream down there below the hut, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
This is one I've wanted to come back to. So this one I had some photos, but I've found some since. So I want to do, there's a few huts on the list that I want to go back and rebuild and put them with an entire interior in them. Oh. This is one of them.
Yeah, so no, I assume no interior in this one yet. Yeah, that's all right.
No interior in this one yet. Yeah, so it had some funny angles on the photos that I got initially for the photogrammetry side of things. So but now I've seen more since then, because some of them have changed names, which then I've found since more information. So I will go back and probably do some. I'll probably do, like, I don't know, a handful of ones with full interiors.
Wow. Oh, I think it's just an amazing project. Amazing. Woodpile, and there's your classic New Zealand's long drop, all tied down there as well. That's not going anywhere. Classic.
They often have that because, yeah, the wind whistles through some of these places.
Oh yeah. Wow. What a place. Well, I hope the other the shadow pilots who are following along here, I think that was, I actually, despite the larger landing area, still found it's quite a challenge to get into and to just descend slowly enough into the spot so as not to risk vortex ring state. So any of the channel regulars there want to tell us about your experience getting into that one?
It's all a good test of your skill.
It's a test of your skill, all right, Chase, isn't it? That's the thing about flying in New Zealand, is that it's just infinite opportunities to test yourself, and having a hut pack like this one is like a really great motivator to see more and try more and improve your skills. Mine's far from perfect, and it's just like really great to have that motivating factor to sort of come in and try this. Gus NZ followed on Twitch. Thanks so much, Gus. Great to have you along. I hope you're well. Which way has Simon gone? So we're doing a bit of a scenic run now, are we, Si?
Yeah, we'll just shoot across to those bluffs because I think they're worth seeing. You could even try landing on the top of one of the pillars of rock if you wanted to.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I got old black and white photos in one of my books of as a 500 flying around a sea, and it's got a load of deer, and they must have been drop the guy off on the ground, take some photos, and it looks spectacular trying to fly around this little pillar of rock between the rock and the cliff. Probably not ideal, but it looked good.
It'll look good. All right, I'm just trying to find out which direction.
So,
I'm heading west right now.
you probably want to head east.
All right, okay, so just 180 degrees wrong, Matthew, but other than that, fine. So we'll turn around
Well,
here.
you sort of have to go that way to get a bit of height over this ridge anyway, so you did the right thing.
All right, yeah. So just overfly the landing zone down there somewhere, I think. Okay, still haven't spotted you yet, or is that... Yeah, there you are. Okay, got you up there. So how to describe
orbit
this?
up on top of this ridge.
Yeah, so pilots who, because we don't have an ICAO code for this, so we're just pretty much flying directly east and just quite steeply up this peak here. I've got about, looks like I think about.
There is an ICAO you can aim. I'll just give you. I'm just trying to find it. I think it's. There's two ICAOs over there that are just north of it that are NZUTRH and NZUMTH. It's south of those two.
Right. Good stuff. Well, there you go,
So
pilots.
as long as those are, if you keep them at 11 o'clock, and you'll be sweet.
Okay, MTH and TRH. So just keep those ones. In fact, they're sort of two right next to each other, pretty much. So we're pretty easy to see that we're going in the right direction.
Yep. And once you get over this, I think it's about the second ridge from where we've just come from, you can kind of see it. It's like a really big. It pretty much dominates the skyline. The Mangapahadu Bluffs is there, so we just aim for that highest point on the skyline at that point.
Nice. I'm enjoying the view off to the left. The hazy hills, ranges, valleys. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So good. So good.
We'll have to come back next week with a 105.
Jace, you guessed it. Well, definitely I'll be putting in the 105 myself because it'll be officially out by then at 2100 Zulu on Saturday. Well, I mean, it will have dropped, I think, about 24 hours earlier, wouldn't it? Am I calculating that all correctly? Anyway, yes, I'll be taking the 105. I'll probably do a 105 demo stream on Thursday night, and we'll just choose an airport and other people can come along if they like. I'll do a demo 105 on my Thursday night, so that'll be Thursday morning in Europe. And then it'll be in everyone's hands by the end of the week. I've just about finished my review. God, it took me about 2 or 3 hours just to make the intro. That's been way too long on these things, you know. Way too long making videos. That's why live streams are nice, because I don't have to do so much prep. But then again, those are hours that you spend not doing your videos. Anyway, I love doing the streams because it's really great interaction. Really glad to have everyone along, both flying kind of virtually in the group, as it were, and having a chat on the text chat as well.
You should be able to see the bluffs now rising up in front, right up on the skyline. It's a pretty unique bit of land, this, like how it's shaped.
Yeah, it's that's pretty special, right? It looks like very sheer cliffs from this angle.
It is.
Wow.
And then you've got similar sort of ones to this that are south of this as well that are on the southern side of the Lake Waikaremoana, which is the Pankuri Bluffs, are the similar sort of thing to this. This is probably more spectacular, but the Pankuri Bluffs probably looks more picturesque because of the beautiful lake in front of it.
Right.
You can imagine that on the dawn, with a bit of mist in the lake and the mountains and the bush. It's just awesome.
And maybe even the kokako singing.
Yeah, I don't know if there's too many around here still, but I mean, they must be around somewhere. They would have been back in the day, though.
Yeah. I think it might be reputed to have a few wild pairs still around, but yeah, I don't know how they're going these days, so I might be a bit out of date on that one.
Up
Are we
north,
heading
they're
for the
still,
big ridge on the horizon?
Yep,
The big
that's the
hills on
one.
the horizon. Yeah. What were you
As
going
you
to
get closer, you'll see.
go on.
There's some quite. As you get closer, you'll see it. Actually, there's a lot of. I guess in reality, there's a lot of rocks sticking up, and it actually shows it on because I put a big piece of 1 meter mesh around there. Like, it was pretty good to start with, but it didn't quite show the pinnacles. But it actually has them, particularly the biggest ones. It shows them sticking up out of the bush, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And big enough to land on too. Well, just.
Well, I guess there's nothing like a peak to tempt a flight simmer.
Yeah.
Kutia, I can't quite see your full name because it's just gone a bit off my screen. So Kutia, hello. When will this be available, and where can we buy it? It's on SimMarket, and here comes the full all the information for you. So pasting that in there for you. So as Simon was saying, for him it's not just a matter of modelling. Oh, no worries, could you? It's not just a matter of modelling the huts. It's maybe delving into that publicly available, very high resolution terrain data and placing it here in the sim so that we can enjoy this kind of scene here. Oh yeah, I think I've seen some of those pinnacles that you're talking about. There we go. Wow. Well, there'd be a bit of an updraft here if there were a westerly.
Yeah, this probably wouldn't be a place to play at a westerly.
That is beautiful. That is really stunning. Yeah, that looks a little bit scary to land on in 2D. But maybe I'll just come around and have another pass. Don't know why I've suddenly got going so fast there. Did I just pull instead of push? Let's come around. Oh, what a view. What a view. Oh, lost all. That was not a coordinated turn. Lost all my speed. So... Yes. What about this one? Or is there a tree there? I don't think you'd, even in the 500, you would really want to be doing this like what I'm doing right now.
No. And those are steep cliffs. There must be a couple of 100 meters almost from the top to the bottom.
Oh boy. I'm going to sort of do a belly landing here and see what happens. Am I going to fall? I think I'm going to fall through it. Oh! Yep, not great.
Yeah, I found that with the 1 meter mesh, some of these, when it's really sharp little jutting pieces like this, the collider on the surface is not quite sometimes what you see. That's just how I think, because it's so sharp, some of it.
Yeah. So the sort of the auto generation layer does something to it as well.
Yeah, it might actually triangulate it a little bit so that's not, it might look like it's a rounded edge, but it's probably more, because I mean, you can imagine they can't performance-wise, I wouldn't be able to have it so it followed exactly every part of it, especially when it's this changeable.
All right, well, I gave it a go, but I didn't quite get onto those. But I think, you know, with a bit of persistence, you could get onto that sort of separate one there. That's quite special.
Yeah, it's quite just unique how it's just got all this pretty detailed terrain.
Oh, that's amazing. It is amazing. All right, we've been online for nearly 2 hours. What do you want to do now, Simon?
We'll probably just go back and land at one of these. I'll go back, probably one of these close huts just over here. There's a nice one just up on the hill up the top here. The T Rangakapua, which is what's the name? That's TRH.
Right. TRH, people, is where you want to go if you're following along at home. TRH, Tango
Which
Romeo
is,
Hotel.
Yeah, 7.8 k's from there, roughly.
Nice. And once we say goodbye to Simon, I'll decide. I'll see if I want to fly back to Bay of Plenty helicopters and have a chat with people, or see, we've got this is just when we've got people coming online. So if we let Simon go, we're getting quite late at night. I'll just be your sales rep for you as I fly back to Bay of Plenty helicopters. Oh dear. So I'm flying directly behind you, which is probably not ideal for wake turbulence reasons if I had it actually switched on. So I'll see if I can get you at the 11 o'clock. A little bit better. Oh, you're pulling a bit of torque there,
Start
Simon.
climbing a little bit. Yeah, just trying to get up because there's a bit of this ridge is actually it's deceptively how much it's actually climbing in front of us.
Yeah.
It's longer, but it's quite high still. This is actually one of the few huts that's actually in well, you'd hardly call it open tops, but it's got a little bit of tussock around it, like as in it's not all bush in the immediate area.
So subalpine, almost.
Yeah, almost, yeah. Which when you look at it, it is one of the higher ones around this whole area too.
Yeah. Oh, we've climbed. We're nearly 5,000 feet. Wow.
Yeah. No, climbing all the way to that bluff, we were coming up the whole way. It's quite a high piece of the range.
Yeah. Oh, I just didn't realise. I was so attentive with my aviation that I only now have just noticed. And for me in my weather, I've got lovely cloud hanging around the distant ranges. It looks really pretty.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bit of that too now. There's a few patches starting to form. Probably because I'm running real time, which is probably at this time of night, things will be starting to cool down, so stuff's probably starting to condense a bit overnight.
You're running real time, so
getting a bit of mist forming in it.
You're not.
Yeah, I'm running.
Oh, you've got real time weather, but you've turned back the time. Yeah.
Turn back time, but I'm running. Oh yeah, I haven't got the lights on.
Yeah.
Not that committed.
Right. No, that'd be even more challenging aviation. Oh, I see it. Well, I'm just doing the high recce while you do the low recce. Well, you're just going straight in because you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I've been into this one a few times, so kind of a little bit familiar with kind of a way to come into that one. So I'll go across to the left.
Oh, this is absolutely beautiful up here. Whoops, I'll just reset my position again. Absolutely beautiful. Ah, reset my position once more. Why am I getting inside this chair? Let's try and edge forward over here. I think it might have to be me who goes out first here. Oh, you're pretty calling it a night though.
Yeah, I'll shut down here.
I'll just idle. All right, so that goes off, that goes down, and is it gonna? I've left that breaker out the whole time again, so that's all good. And just check something over here. So good to have lots of people along on Twitch. I appreciate you. Still very new on Twitch, but really appreciate the fact that people want to come and check out a bit of helicopter fun. Am I the only person on Twitch flying helicopters is the kind of obvious question. Wow.
Yeah, I can see a bit of mist blowing through here now.
It's 5 degrees as of 9 o'clock this morning, or whenever it was that we set the weather time to. 4,300 feet, so it's pretty chilly, as we say in New Zealand. Oh, this hut's lovely.
This one's actually, like, all the photos I could find of it, it looked pretty overgrown, like it's
Yeah.
it's almost a little bit derelict nowadays, so
Yeah.
I try to capture that rustic derelict look.
Yeah, with a big plant growing right in the veranda there.
All the moss, like
Amazing.
you imagine the moisture that must be around in the ranges, that everything
Oh.
would just grow like anything if no one's there cleaning it out.
Indeed.
Most huts you go to, the gutters are full of leaves, and then they just start growing, and then before long the roof's growing like a carpet on it of some sort of plant vegetation.
Yeah, I think some parts of these ranges like get sort of 2.5 meters of rain a year. 2.5 meters of rain.
Yeah, and this is nothing compared to down Fiordland, where I think it's more in the vicinity of like 8 to 10, I think,
Oh,
a year.
madness, yeah. That moist air from the Tasman Sea smashing against those ranges down there. Woof.
Yeah.
That is superb.
Anyway, I'm going to call it a night there, Matthew.
Absolutely.
But, thank you very much for having me along and for putting up with me.
Oh, putting up with you. It's putting up with my dodgy frame rates and my clumsy flying. That's that's the only thing people have had to put up with on this stream. Simon, yeah, really terrific to... I love having people come along and talk on the stream. Having what little developing I've done, which is at a very, 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 very basic elementary level, you really appreciate the amount of work that goes into this kind of stuff. And like the fact that you've done these 6-packs now, with your 6th one having just released, and the details just a few steps back there in the chat if anyone wants to check it out, is extraordinary. So Simon, thank you. Really appreciate you taking the time to show me and us around tonight. Good fun.
Oh, my pleasure. Oh, I enjoyed it. That was good. And and that's why I do it. Like, it's just to have this sort of fun and challenge yourself in the backcountry. Like, you're not just going in and out of the same old airport, the same old concrete helipad. You're actually got environmentals to consider. So it just makes the whole thing more interesting, which is why I do it.
I 100% agree with you, Simon. I 100% agree. Well, chat, as we say farewell to Simon, I'll fly us back to Bay of Plenty helicopters, and there might be a few people in the stream who want to do the same. So looks like we'll be getting back into the... What river is out over there? That is the Curly one. So does that make it the Taog River again? I think so. So that's where... maybe not. The next one over. No, it is the Taog. I think it's the Taog River. I'm looking at another thing here. So yes. Anyway, so Simon, goodbye.
Yep. Catch you guys later. Bye.
See ya. Oh well, people, it's just you and me now. So we've lost our incredible scenery designer who stayed up a bit late for us to hang out, and that was really awesome. Really appreciate having a New Zealander make that effort for us. Yeah, so I will just fly back down the valley to NZUBOP up near the coast, direct to. But we'll go via some of these other huts or just fly over them. I'm not going to attempt to fly into them all unless someone wants to say, Matthew, you've got to try this one out. I'm just going to pick up in the direction that I'm flying. Sorry, I'm going to fly kind of the direction that I'm pointed right now, and that'll get us back down to the Taog River Valley. And then our flight back to Bay of Plenty helicopters that Simon has created for us. And then I'm going to have to land on a dolly, which is going to be very, very, very hard work. You can laugh at my pitiful efforts as we get going. So, head tracking on. I have to reset it again because it keeps... thinking, I wonder if it's the lights in my room. It's just I'll just maybe just adjust my position a bit as well. Hopefully that's all right. So yeah, people, either tell me in the text chat or tell me in the voice chat what stands out for you in all of this. What are you loving? What do you want to see more of when you experience this and everything else that we've tried today? It's been spectacular coming out to the peaks up here. Simon guiding us. Oh, look at this terrain. It is completely insane. I'm going to follow the spine of this range here. So I am currently heading directly east to a very sort of sharp backed range, which I'm going to then turn and follow north, sorry. I'm going to be turning left and going north back up to Bay of Plenty helicopters. That is spectacular. Another beautiful valley. All those mist-capped hills over there just look so beautiful. So beautiful. What an amazing part of the world to fly in. Such high resolution as well. Like, it takes someone like Simon, Kaimanawa Si, to do a scenery pack like this to sort of open the imagination and get us thinking about doing this kind of flying. I can see a mountain very much in the distance over there. I wonder what that is. Could that be Mount Maunganui? It's kind of the right shape. I'm not quite sure. Oh no, it's way too far away, I think. Maybe it's one of the mountains around Rotorua. Can't quite see Tarawera out there. How about this valley? How about that valley? That is really gorgeous. So I'm just flying along the sort of spine of the ridge here. We should be in an updraft here. Get a bit of free lift because the wind's coming from... Actually, it might be a tailwind here. Oh, it's 213 at 4 now. Yeah, so it's just maybe from my 7 o'clock. So maybe a little bit of an updraft here. Might just be safer just to climb up a bit higher. I'm going too fast. How do they manage that? Because I'm descending, that's why. So beautiful out here. Ritskio, hello to you. Can you post a screenshot about your Toby eye settings in the Discord, please? I think I did actually, Ritskio. Maybe just do a filter for Toby and see if you can find what I did there. I'm pretty sure I posted a screenshot of my Toby settings. I'm going for some reason I do today seem to be going backwards through the seat there a bit. I don't quite know what that is, but I'm pretty happy with my settings. I'm really glad that they made the settings a lot more comprehensive. So you can adjust the tilt and the yaw separately. So I used to find that when I got the yaw right, like looking left and right, like what I'm doing there, I would then find that the tilt was too sensitive. So the yaw and the tilt have been separated, and that's much better, much better. But Ritskio, if you can't find that, will you let me know, please, in the chat, in the channel, and I'll get that sorted out for you, and we'll help you out with some, hopefully, helpful settings. Look at the folds on that green hill over on the right. It looks so pretty with this high-resolution terrain. Another reason why New Zealand is such a great place to fly. There's so much great default. A little bit less, get a bit of nose down trim there, so there we go, that's better. That stuff over there looks really stunning. Really, really good. really pretty river flying now, so got a safe route down. You could always glide down to that river if we had to. And so this is the Waiaweka River. So I got a bit confused with my rivers, but we will join up. Oh no, it's the Waiaweka still. Okay, so I called it the Tauranga River before, so this is the Waiaweka. From this point, if you're still flying along in your own session there, any route back to Bay of Plenty helicopters is going to be similarly spectacular, I feel. I wonder if I'm going to go over any huts on this way back. I think I am. Yeah, there we go. There's actually lots of them. So I should overfly NIH next. November India Hotel. Just going to overfly. I'm just going to land back at Bay of Plenty huts after this. It's enough excitement for one flight, but happy to take people's questions or queries. What are you up to with your helicopters at the moment? Did we see that hut? Right below me right now. I didn't see it. Better concentrate on the flying. Oh, this is beautiful. What a way to fly. Starting to open up a bit more now. Can't help myself just looking around enjoying the view. I'll just turn the head camera, the head tracking off for a bit just to give you a rest in the stream if it's just moving around too much. Bit of nose left trim is required. Great question. Do you, Jace, oh, sorry, I'll just put your, Jace just asked a question. I've just unmuted it again, Jace, so you can talk again when I answer you. But Jace, do you have Bijan Seasons Enhanced installed?
No, it's just a stock. But even with stock, I get half the trees that everybody else does.
Okay, that's a strange one. That's a strange one. I mean, there are settings for the trees. I don't know if that really affects density more than it does like level of detail. Starting to get into a few more buildings down there. I think we're past the huts now. There might be one more on my right.
Tree setting does change the density.
Oh, Mako, it does. Okay, right.
So your trees, grass and rocks, etc. will change all the density.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if it was the level of detail only or whether it got the actual visual density of them, so that's interesting to know. Weirdly for me, in VR, the trees are always really pixelated, low resolution. I can't quite, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are really noticeably pixelated, even with the trees on the higher setting. I can't quite figure that one out. I wonder if anyone else has that.
No, they look good for me.
Seems I'm always having graphical issues of one sort or another, isn't it? Oh dear. I like my streams to be smooth and looking good, but it's just been a bit of a drama with a few things to work out. Oh, this is just... Oh, go ahead, Jace. I'm just going on about how wonderful the scenery is. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've even tried with photogeometry on and off.
Right.
It doesn't seem to make that much of a difference.
Interesting. Oh, I've just missed the main part of the river there, so I'll just climb over this little ridge. Oh, so pretty. I mean, Sai will have higher expectations than me, but thanks, Ritzkio. Catch you next time. Look forward to seeing you again soon. For me, this feels quite authentically New Zealand, the density of the bush and the sort of the colour. I mean, the colour comes from the satellite imagery, I suppose. But Simon wants to be able to make a new New Zealand biome, which I'm sure would be really great. I think Bijan added some fern-like plants into New Zealand. I don't know quite how he achieved that. Maybe he modified the Australian biome, I'm not sure. I like the fact that the Bijan's foliage is not as tall as the default, and it just makes the landscape look a bit wider to me. Makes the landscape more grand somehow, having lower trees.
Bijan is excellent.
Oh, yeah, Mako, isn't he? I mean, what I found was that the taller default trees cover more of the ground, but somehow the shorter Bijan trees just make the world feel at a better scale. I don't know, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it looks much more realistic, like you say, better scale.
I can see why the Asobo, or I guess it was Asobo, why the Asobo team did it. The art team probably said, well, if we make the trees bigger and wider, then we cover up more of the ground and it looks more blanketed. But somehow it's just less real to me. There is a lot of noisy traffic outside my place today. What is going on outside? Must be a road closure or something somewhere else. Hello all you wonderful viewers on YouTube. Today, if you've recently joined, we were joined earlier by the most excellent Kaimanawa Si, who gave us a tour of some of his new huts that he's added in his brand new scenery pack. The Urewera Ranges and Raukumara Ranges huts. 71 new huts, or 71 at least new locations added in his new pack. Just extraordinary, the amount of work. I just can't imagine. He's done 6 packs now. I think the Kahurangi one has something like 100 locations in it. It's just insane, incredible amount of work, which he just chips away at just constantly. And you can buy those packs and support what he does. I'm not on commission.
So the amount of huts you get is well worth the money.
Well, it is, isn't it, Jace? Because to me, as I was trying to say before, I don't know whether I sort of made it kind of clear. If you just randomly chose to go into a hut and then thought, oh, well, that was a nice sort of rich experience, and then you just zoomed into the map and you thought, oh, that one lives up a gully, I'll try that one, and you randomly chose another hut, and then another hut, you could just do it would just be endless, especially if you had the real weather on. You would just, the adventures are never ending potentially.
Definitely going to come back and explore here more.
I'll take Jace first there. Jace, you go ahead.
Yeah. I find it boring just flying straight and level, flying around places. It would be a lot more fun trying to get into some of the tricky locations.
100% agree with you. Straight and level. I mean, you know, I don't want to yuck anyone else's yum, but, you know, that whole kind of, you just look at Twitch and then it's like a sea of channels who are just at the flight deck of a jetliner cruising along at 30,000 feet. It's just like, this is much better.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these clouds in the next valley. It's so good. It's so good. There's a little wisp of cloud just like making the ranges look even more spectacular right in front of me. Sorry, Jace, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't fly anything except helicopters with my setup now because I've got a full Virpil helicopter setup.
As you should do. For Microsoft Helicopter Simulator 2024. And why not? And why not? Mako, you were trying to get in earlier as well, I think. What did I miss there? Sorry.
No, I was just saying it's great here. I'm definitely going to come back and explore this a lot more here.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, look at this bend here. This is so stunning. We've got traffic now. Sorry, we're almost back to civilization. That looks so good. I mean, this is default. I mean, some of it may have been enhanced with a bit of terrain data that Simon found. Dean Online, how many of the huts have interiors? Don't have that information just offhand. Just follow that link up top and just to see what he's added in there for you. You'll be able to. He's put a bit of a product description in there. Obviously, all the ones we looked at today, none of those ones had interiors. Because he did say that a lot of them no longer exist. So it's a bit of an historical record of where the huts used to be. Oh, it's opening up to farmland now.
How big an aircraft do you think you need?
Just ask that one again, please, Jace.
Yeah. How big would you go for an aircraft to try and get into this place?
To get into any of these huts, you mean, or to get into Bay of Plenty helicopters?
Yeah, I wouldn't go much bigger than maybe a Squirrel or a Jet Ranger.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, so I think in Simon's research, he found that Bay of Plenty helicopters are operating a... Oh, what variant of 500 is it? The stretched one. I think they've got a stretch... What is it? Is that a 630 or something? I'm not quite sure.
600.
600, thank you. 530 is a different one, that's right. So, yeah, I think they're operating a 600 and a Jet Ranger at Bay of Plenty helicopters, where I'm coming into land soon. I might go out to the coast, actually, then follow the coast along, because it's just, like, so beautiful down here. And if I look backwards now, I'll see those ranges where we just came from. It's so good. I can't fly. Can't fly backwards. It's so hard. Oh, it's so good. So
600 is the stretch one, but it's a NOTAR.
Oh, correct. Yeah. So I think it's that one. I'll just talk more to Dean's question. Dean, I think some of his other packs where he's actually walked the huts himself, especially Kaimanawa, are the ones where he's done the photogrammetry interiors. So it's more likely that those ones do. Sorry, I couldn't ask him that question myself. So yeah, now is this Oportiki? Yes, I think it is. And sorry, we just had two in there. I'll just take Mako first.
Yeah, I was just saying the 600 is the stretch one, but it's a NOTAR.
Right. Oh, that's the NOTAR. Was that the first NOTAR? No, there was an earlier one as well, wasn't there? Don't know. And Jace, were you trying to get in as well?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think I'll get the tall skidded 105 next week and give them a go.
into these tight locations.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a bit longer, but yeah, you can kind of see why the 500 is so well suited to this kind of work. As I fly over the town of Oportiki, hello people, and we'll come out to the river mouth here, follow the coast up, and then I'll see if I can find Bay of Plenty helicopters again. So I'm guessing that's White Island out there on the horizon, volcanic island. Bit of a tragedy there a few years ago when a tour group was found themselves in the midst of an eruption. So, beautiful sandbar out here. Imagine this would be good for shorebirds in summer. All the migrants coming down from Alaska and Siberia, as they do to Australia and New Zealand. This is lovely. What a beautiful country to fly in. So close from ranges over there on my left where we came from, to beautiful coastlines, volcanic islands. Wow, what a country. What a country. So all I have to do is find the helicopter place again. I've got it in the GPS. Oh, that looks so beautiful. This is the Bay of Plenty. That's what it's called. Just turn off the air tracking again, so I'll just see if I'm close to any landmarks here. Oh, okay, if I go into the inlet, whoops, I go into the inlet, it'll just be in there somewhere, right, okay. I've never flown in there before, I've only taken off from there. And there are two very tiny dollies to get the helicopter onto. So people, you can enjoy my horrific landing, which is about to come up soon for your entertainment. So as I said before, maybe in 2 nights I will do a 105 kind of test stream, and then on a regular stream night or day, depending on where you are, we'll probably fly in Australia again. I'm sure there'll be lots of 105s wanting to fly, which will be fine because it'll be publicly released by then. And we'll figure out something. They haven't quite decided what the route is for the next Australia one. Given that it's a BO 105, we should probably fly in Germany, really, shouldn't we? That would be a bit more just. But the... oh, is that it down there? Binoculars... No, that's just someone's house. Should be just off to my 11 o'clock. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a big H. Fantastic. Thanks, Si. There's a big H. So I'm overhead right now. I'll do a high pass first. Si thinks that these are kiwi fruit orchards in here. So if you've ever bought yourself a New Zealand kiwi, it's probably from one of those. Could be from one of those vines there. So that's our high pass. So come down, let's get a bit more nose up trim in there. How bad a job am I going to do to get onto those tiny dollies, which are literally only big enough for a 500? That H is very convenient, isn't it? That's very handy. Power lines along that ridge there, good to know. And it looks like Simon's actually modelled the wires in this case, so that's nice. I think I can see wires. Yes, wires, that looks great. Can't wait for Mamu's updated MSFS 2024 power cables. That's going to be very exciting. It'll be another tremendous addition to the simulator, I'm sure, like all of Mamu's work is. Although I have been meaning to get in touch with him to sort out a bit of an issue in Melbourne, which he'll gladly do, I'm sure. Okay, so here comes the dolly. This is going to be hard work when I'm not in VR. It's going to be really, 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 really hard. So kind of line up on the quad bike there. I'm just going to creep in, millimetre it in really. It's just very challenging. Can I see my skid down here? Not really. In VR this would be much easier. See, now I'm drifting off there when I look down. I might be able to do this. There we go. Stirred the pot there a bit. Wasn't decisive enough on the collective. I need to get this skid right on the edge. Otherwise the other one won't fit. I'm just knocking it. This is so hard in 2D, I tell you. This is so hard in 2D. Oh dear. Abort. I told you I'd make a mess of it, but I'm going to do it, people. So back out. It's got those dogs watching me. It's putting me off. Trouble is, I've really got to focus on that skid, otherwise everything else becomes impossible. And I just cannot see it in 2D properly. This will be so much. Stop going on about it, Matthew. So much easier in VR. Okay. That's why we have VR, so that the stuff is easier and fun instead of scary. Right, there's contact there, so just come a little bit further forward. Then throw it down. But I did it. That's a pretty good effort for 2D. I'm calling it. That is a good effort for 2D. When you can't see what you're doing and you can't see how high you are, that's not too bad. That shadow turned out to be quite helpful. Let's just get that. Whew, breathe. Daum, says Slinger. Thank you. Yotam or Jotam, not sure. Cool person glasses, thank you. That was fun. That was fun. 6 people on Twitch. So is there anyone on Twitch who is currently in a helicopter? We'll keep our eye on them. A cursed pilot followed the channel. Nice to have you along. Thank you for the follow. Landing light comes off. We just let our 500 cool down for a couple of minutes before we turn it off. And I'll be very happy to take your questions or anything else you want to talk about in terms of helicopters. I'll just paste the... Whoops, no. I'll paste the details again for the scenery pack that we enjoyed today with Kaimanawa Si, who gave us plenty of his time, and very generously so. Cursed Pilot, thank you. Watching while inbound to land a caravan at Lukla. At least that's more challenging than flying a jetliner at 30,000 feet, so I'm impressed with your skill there. I thought I was going to maybe come along and record a silly video sometime and just hover at Lukla or Courchevel or something and then judge people's landings as they came in multiplayer. Pretty poor helicopter behavior, but why not? Oops. Well, I guess we can call that 2 minutes. Idle release. And all the way down we come on the throttle. Did that actually come down or not? 25. No, it didn't. It did now. There we go. Generator off. Pitot heater off. And we'll just let all of that slow down whilst people ask me their helicopter questions or their helicopter experiences. Who's going to get the BO-105? Jace, evidently, because he's pretty keen to get it into those little tight helipads, aren't you, Jace?
Yeah, I'm working till Saturday, so I may get a Saturday night for the stream. Saturday night.
Ah, excellent. Well, we'll find a suitable location for sure. I'll make it a BO-105 friendly location. By the way, in England, do you call it a BO-105 or a BO-105?
Well, I called it a Bolco 105 because it was originally by Bolco, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's what I always called it, the Bolco.
Yeah, and not a Bulkoff. Oh dear. Well, so I think there's universal disagreement on the actual name of the helicopter. So I think Dan from Miltech just politely referred to it as the 105 the whole time to avoid any avoid any confusion. Let's pull the rotor brake now. We're at sub 100 RPM on the rotor. Now we can see the shadow slowing down. At Bay of Plenty Helicopters, handcrafted for us by the legendary Kaimanawa Si. What a good sport. That was a good time. Anti-coal comes off, although some people always leave the anti-coal on so that you know if you've left the battery on or not. So if you leave the anti-coals on the whole time, when you switch off, if you forget to turn off the battery, then you'll know when you walk away from the aircraft. But anyway, I'll turn it off, and off that goes. And open my door becomes so... How much fuel do we use there, by the way? Let's just cheat and use this method, because I paid absolutely no attention to that. So we use half a tank of fuel there. Let's fly around and enjoy the scene. It's glorious, absolutely glorious in New Zealand. Best country in the world to fly in my humble opinion. Endless variety. Not the absolute highest peaks of mountains. I think up to about 12,000 feet.
Oh, Wales and Scotland are very good over here.
Wales and Scotland also are very good. Of course they are. And we've done very little flying. I don't know that we ever have done any flying in a Let's Fly group flight, because I've always been unnecessarily restrictive over the time of day. We just do it like this and just turn the time back. So, Yotam, to buy. Yeah. The 105, I guess you were talking about. Fantastico! I agree. So, yes, I'm open to British Isles flight experiences as well. That would be fun. We did have someone, what was his name now? it's in the event suggestions channel anyway on the Discord server. Suggest a route that would be over the Lakes District, so that looked very pretty, and then up to Scotland from there. So that looked like it was going to be good, and I'm very, very keen always to hear people's ideas for interesting group flight routes.
Yeah. Over in the UK, they're all military low-flying areas as well.
Oh, yeah, so we can legitimately do some silly flying and say that it's a military low-flying training area. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, good. Well, yeah, we can do that. So, yeah, I just await the ideas in the event suggestions channel. Summer's a great time to fly, so if the weather's looking good, I guess we should do Australia this week. I did have a request earlier on to do something else from Sydney. Well, that's where we flew from last time. So I'm not quite sure what the best thing is to do there. A320, good morning / afternoon all. How good to see you, A320 Simulations. You have just missed a glorious scenic flight through Kaimanawa Si's new Urewera and Raukumara Ranges add-on pack of 72 huts. So we saw 4 or 5 of those today. Lots of fun, really challenging flying, endlessly challenging flying. Great for helicopters, great for the 500C. Maybe not so great for trying to get a Huey or something in there. That'd be a bit of a challenge. Oh, you'll join the next one. Well, it'd be great to have you along. It'd be great to have you along.
You be able to get the Dauphin in there.
The Dauphin is enormous compared to these little helicopters we're talking about. But hey, you lead the way, Jace, and we'll follow you. If you can survey the routes where you can get a Dauphin in there, we'll do it.
I'm waiting for the Gazelle to come out. Christ, it's cost me a fortune.
Yes. About time. I think Rotaric, he doesn't sort of give all the details, but he does talk about how it's a bit of an ordeal at the moment. I think he posted in the Fly Inside Discord server. Frank Lim. Frank. Hey, Matthew, just stopping by to say I really enjoy your content. Thank you, Frank. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Frank. Greetings from Vienna in Austria. Oh, well, greetings to you. Really great to have you along. Thanks for calling in. Really delighted to know that the content works well for people for whom, I'm assuming here, but for whom English is not a first language. I'm incredibly grateful for my audiences in Europe and Germany. In fact, is I think my 3rd largest market, YouTube tells me, which is quite extraordinary to me. So hello to people in Austria, hello to people in Germany. I appreciate you. I hope the content continues to serve you well. There will be a BO 105 review. I hope within 48 hours. I hope I can finish it tomorrow, so maybe within 24 hours. I've done the intro took so long. I've finished the intro. Wow. I should play you a little, if I could, I'd play you a little sneak peek and you could enjoy my BO 105 review before everyone gets to see it, but I don't know how, and I haven't rendered it, so you can't. So yeah, it's the BO 105 review will be the next one. And then I'll do I'll do a group, we'll do a silly test pilot fly-in at some airfield somewhere and enjoy that. Maybe we'll do that Teufelsgraben, is that how you say it? Where that training area is, and we could just have a silly... Oh, no, I'll be the only one in the BO 105, though, so that'd be boring for other people. No, I'll find somewhere nice for us to fly in 48 hours from now, or maybe 46 hours from now, and I'll show off the BO 105 and take questions, and people can flame me for what I said in my review.
Do you know if the price has been finalised yet?
Do I know if the price has been finalised? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, that's right.
The price is US $32.99. So US $33, close enough for the BO 105. Look, I just called it the BO 105.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So I'll say it again for people watching, because we've still got a few people online. If career mode is important to you, don't buy on day one, because it may be that the the independent resellers, it may be that version doesn't work with career mode. It's just unclear to me at this point in time, and I think Gabriel from Miltech is advising that it might not be, so you might be safest to wait until you can buy it through the MSFS marketplace, which will take a bit longer. So I'll just say that again for anyone who might be, for whom that might be important. So yes, you
my
can buy.
understanding is it won't work.
Yes, Mako. It's like Gabriel. Yeah, I've just had a couple of different perspectives on this.
I was just saying I've got other add-ons which you have to get it on the market. So if you buy it third party, then they don't work in career mode.
Right. Okay. Yes. I think that might be the assumption they're working on as well. You can use the career debug tool, so you can have that kind of career mode experience in it with the debug tool, but it's obviously not quite the same. You don't actually get the full career experience. But yeah, it's up to you sort of what path you take there. But if career mode is important to you, then recommended to buy the 105 later, not on Friday. Later through the MSFS marketplace. Frank, I really could use a Matthew style HPG H145 tutorial. Do you know who should make that? Mako 6 should make that.
There's a guy online called Dreams of Wings. He flies a H145 all the time.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's up on it. Whisper Dark's up on them as well. But I'm up on that. The 145 and 160. I can always help people if they want to chat sometime or whatever.
Excellent stuff. Well, come on.
I just had to reinstall it this morning.
Oh, yeah. One of these days, it's just not going to work anymore, right? That's why I kind of urge people caution about it. Of course, it was a tremendous achievement, but it's just a pity that it's kind of not under active development anymore. What I would say, Frank, is that it might be that other people are better qualified there. Yeah, check out Dreams of Wings. Not very often that I'll promote another YouTuber on my YouTube channel. But, in fairness, Dreams of Wings has done a lot of flying on that machine. I'm aware of that too. And lots of, I think, demos with missions and so forth. So, Frank, you might enjoy that content if you want to look for that. Dreams of Wings. Hopefully one day he might recommend my content as well. Yeah, but I'll be there with tutorials for upcoming content. So I'll definitely, the Dauphin's going to be one to get your head around, isn't it? That's going to be massive when that comes, because you can see Taog is doing a real big effort on that one. Huge effort, huge technical deep dive required, I think, to get the most out of that add-on. So looking forward to that. The 105, I imagine, of course I've not actually flown the Dauphin, so I don't know, but the 105 I would assume is going to be a bit easier to deal with. You can just kind of hop in the 105 and just fly it around, really. It's actually even pretty easy to start up if you just sort of skip the checks. It's only about 4 switches and you're going. So that's a pretty easy helicopter to fly. Yes, the Dauphin will be a lot more, so it'll be a lot more required to get your head around that one.
Is that going to be as complex as the 76?
The Dauphin? The Dauphin, I think, would be... I would suspect, knowing Taog's Hangar, that it's probably going to go deeper into systems. But then, the S76 has a very complex autopilot, It's probably still the best autopilot. I mean, it just bugs out sometimes. For me, it flies faster, better than the H145, and it has a proper helicopter feeling, which is one of the things I just never sort of quite loved about the H145 add-on. Just never, the way it flew, people will say, oh yeah, well, it's automated. That is the way it's supposed to fly like that. I feel the 76 to me still feels a bit more like a proper helicopter, but that's just me. That is just me. Your mileage might vary. The 76, very complex add-on, very complex autopilot. I like the autopilot modes. It feels like a proper helicopter. I like that you can, like, you know, use a VS hold to get yourself up to a new altitude. To me, that feels a bit more realistic than using that tablet, which you kind of lured into a bit with that high performance group add-on. But there you go. I'm talking about hype, which is not helpful. That wasn't the question. The question was, will the Dauphin be as complex as the 76? Don't know. I mean, I suppose so. I would think that knowing Taog, so I'll probably put some failures and stuff in as well. Yes, Frank, as a European, the HPG action pack's very enjoyable. And sorry, Jace, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't get the 76 because I prefer to fly everything hands-on and not have a system, you know, a complicated autopilot.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, the 76 for me almost bridged that gap because you could still feel like you were in a I say that word again, proper in quotations, helicopter. So that was my feeling with the 76. It's just that last time I used it in a stream, it just bugged out on me, and I ended up crashing in Tasmania, and I haven't touched it again since. And that was the only time anyone has ever joked with me on the stream that, Matthew's getting angry. which I like to think that I've got a pretty even temper. But that was one of the times that challenged me a bit. So I'd love to see them do an update on that 76 and hopefully with some bug fixes and stuff. I know they're very busy. They haven't talked too much at the moment. I think Josh has talked about on his Discord of moving office, so it's been a bit of an effort. He might have been a bit distracted with that lately. So I don't know what his offsider, Yannick, might be working on. But yeah, we'll find out in due course, won't we, what Cow and Sim's been up to. Yes, Dauphin.
No one's developed the 109 yet, have they?
No one has developed a 109, an AW 109.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, only for X-Plane, right? So there's is that X Tridents? Did they do a 109 and a 139, or am I getting two developers confused there? I'm not too sure.
I've worked with a 109, so that'd be a nice one to fly.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, great. That was their first one, wasn't it? So that was almost as old as the Dauphin. Is that right? Like the 109 is like, was it early 80s that one came out, or 70s even?
Yeah, but it's been updated through so many years. You've got the power and everything. So it'd be quite good to have in this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, you will have the Dauphin next, hopefully, and that'll be fast twin engine performance. We know that Taog's Hangar will go deep on systems. I expect that they've put a lot of effort into getting the twin engine functionality working right. At the moment, the 105, the one engine in operative functionality is not quite there yet. So we'll have to see how they go with that. I would think that Taog's, just knowing their reputation, I would assume that's probably going to be good to go from day one. But we don't know. So we have to wait and see. So, yes. So in the absence of an AW 109, of course, that would be a lovely type to have, wouldn't it? We'll definitely still have that that Dauphin soon trademark. So, yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? Don't know how long that will take. Don't know.
And Miltech are working on the CH-53 too.
Yes, yeah. So hopefully still by the end of the year, we'll see that one. And Dan was dropping all these hints about, maybe something to announce at FS Expo. So we'll see what that is too. So that'll be interesting. What could that be? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. It's kind of easier for me to... I've sort of preferred not having to keep secrets if possible. It's just find too much of a burden. So I'd rather not know what people are working on. I'll just find out when everyone else does. But send me a preview or a review copy so that I can do a review and then do a tutorial, please, developers. Then I can make a tutorial for Frank. So if the H145 are coming out today, you bet I'd be right there doing tutorials for it. But yeah, we'll leave that to other YouTubers for the time being. Well, people, it is so delightful to have had you along. I'm just going to have one last little check to see if anyone's flying helicopters on Twitch, because that's a bit of a permanent deficit there, in my opinion. What do you know? There is actually an MH60. Oh, Sid Squadron's got 115 viewers. They don't need my viewers. So I'm going to keep going further down the list. Oh, there I am. Lovely. Oh, we've got a Portuguese H125 by the look of it. And a Deutsch H145 by the look of it. So we've got actually a bit of a wealth of helicopter flying today. That's not too bad, is it? Not quite seeing the ideal channel for me to send my small number of Twitch viewers. Thank you for joining me, Twitch viewers. I mean, I'm still, I guess, building my presence on Twitch, and it takes a while, doesn't it, to build up an audience. Once you get onto people's follow list, hopefully that prompts them to come along next time. I'm grateful to those of you who've done that. Very grateful indeed. I've tried to do a few things to make the Twitch experience a good one as well. Twitch is quite bewildering to me. It's got about 20 million settings. So I'm slowly learning some of those. All right, people, last call for a question. If you've got a question or an observation on your mind, you are going to have to act quickly. So I'm giving you one last chance to get your question typed in right now. And then we will go on our way and look forward to our next occasion to meet. And I've got to finish that 105 review. Oh, boy.
I'll speak to you at the weekend, mate.
Look forward to seeing you on our weekend flight, Jace, in our hopefully a 105 for you, definitely a 105 for me, in a location that I will figure out, let's hope. Catch you later, Jace.
Look forward to it.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you again too. All right, people. If you're typing, I will maybe wait one moment longer. And
Thanks, Matthew. Signing off.
Cheers, Mako. Always great to have you along. And thank you for joining the flight, even though it wasn't a full group flight situation. I think it was actually really nice just having the two helicopters there, so we could just concentrate on the approaches rather than this all swarming down like hornets onto a tiny helipad. Anyway, great to have you along, Mako. Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, people. Well, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you all again another time soon. I will sign off for now. Catch you again another time. Thanks, Frank. Really appreciate it. Oh, and thanks for the incredible support there as well. Really appreciate that. Really and grateful for your support indeed. It means a lot. It really does, Frank. You know, we do a lot of work, put a lot of work into this stuff, and for people to send a super thanks along, it's very meaningful. Thank you. I'll choke up if I talk too much about it. So you got just in time. It got in just in time there, Frank. So thank you so much for me to be able to acknowledge you on the stream like this. I really appreciate it. See you soon for some more great content. Let's hope. Take care. Bye now.